All right. So, where we last left off, Brae, I believe it was morning time. You were en route to Willowvale, traveling south. As you are kind of like, you're not waking up in the morning, because you can spend the night awake, pondering, dealing with this strange prayer that came upon you over the night.
Forgot about that.
But you are now awake. There's rain kind of like pattering down, you can hear on the sides of the ship. What does your morning look like?
Well, I'm gonna make some breakfast in the galley. I'm assuming there's a galley with supplies.
Yeah. As you kind of like open your bedroom door, there's like a stirring at the feet, or at your feet, as Ornessa kind of like curled up like a cat, kind of like Brae, kind of like wiping her mouth a little bit, like, oh, hey, you're awake.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. I was just waiting in case you needed wine.
Oh.
Or,
No.
kind of like steps up. She's got like a pitcher with like very little wine in it. Anyway, good morning.
Good morning. I was just practicing my infernal
Oh, really?
for most of the night.
Oh. Well, that's nice. Then we can all talk.
I know, it would be so cool.
I mean, I didn't want to say it, but I think you're the only one on this ship who can't speak Infernal.
Even... What's the girl's name?
Miria?
Even Miria?
Well, she's a tiefling.
Do they all just... Are they just born with that? What if her parents weren't tieflings? What if they were elves?
Oh, I guess. But I mean, most of the tieflings I've met can speak Infernal.
I wonder how that would work. If your parents were both elves, but you were born a tiefling and you grew up with elves, you probably wouldn't speak Infernal. And probably just speak Elvish in common. Or maybe even just Elvish. Who knows where they grew up? Maybe they're in like a little elf cult thing.
I'm Xeraxis. It's okay. Our audience already has an avenue to listen to that. So yeah, I guess so. And I mean, there's not a lot of people on the Silk Fleet who speak it. I think Igmarel speaks it because that's just like... I think she can just speak it anyway. Anyway, you're gonna go make breakfast? I'll get out of your way. She kind of like heads over and...
Are you gonna have... Oh, I guess I don't need to eat.
Yeah, if you're not hungry.
I'm gonna have some food.
Okay.
I'll
She'll
go and
kinda,
like...
head off, but you're gonna go make something?
Make something up. Yeah.
The food stocked up here, it's pretty hearty. And you can tell pretty quick that Igmarel must have had a say in kind of some of the stuff that was brought on. Because she would assume that she's the one who's going to be eating, and then Miria may be having whatever's aside.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of like salted beef, a lot of like hearty, like heavy loaves of bread.
Preserved.
Yes.
Maybe I'll like cut a little bit of bread off. Any fruit preserves, maybe.
Yeah.
Put some fruit preserves on it.
Yeah, whatever you can kind of muster up from the finer things there.
Yeah.
Miria's down there too, kind of just like getting a quick little bite to eat. Something frying. She's got a little like piece of meat that she's cooking up.
Miria, how was your night?
Oh yes, wonderful, Brae. I was able to get some sleep, which was lovely. The ship, I don't want to say it flies itself, but it does
stay on track pretty well.
It does an excellent job of staying level.
Wonderful.
With the weather the way it is, I will be heading back up. Looking around. I think we have some sort of cloak I can throw up to keep me.
Do you not have one?
Oh, I'm sure there's one on the ship. I was just sort of appointed here, on a strange notice. Lady Summerwell requested that you know the story.
Is it like super cold?
It is.
Or like quite chilly?
Like, let me pull up the exact day. It is like getting to like mid-December.
So pretty chilly.
It's pretty chilly.
Can I give her Lydia's winter coat?
Ooh. Who, pray tell, is Lydia?
Lydia is Victor's mom?
Ooh, getting some Curse of Strahd lore.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, absolutely.
I'll give her, I'll kind of pull it. Oh, give me 1 second and I'll like run up to my room and dig through my stuff and pull out this winter coat. Probably seen better days after everything, and I'll run it down. Here, you can wear this.
Yeah. puts it all on. Kind of says, oh, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yes, if you need me, I'll just be on the deck. And of course, we shouldn't be arriving until, I suppose, that tomorrow sometime. We spent most of the day yesterday traveling, so actually, I suppose that would be end of day today.
Oh, lovely. End of day today, we'll get there.
Yes, that should be right.
Beautiful.
Yes, and she'll kind of like turn on her heel and kind of like march out.
Mm-hmm.
Her posture dropping off as soon as she's out of sight. You don't know about that. As you're kind of preparing food,
Mm-hmm.
you can hear like Ornessa kind of like quietly filling her pitcher back up. Igmarel kind of like stepping out, stooping through the doorway. Brae,
Good morning.
I'm going to fly a patrol around the ship. Visibility's not what it should be.
Sounds good. Report back.
Of course.
And shall we continue with our lessons?
We can, yes.
Beautiful.
She kind of heads out. As this is happening, I get to roll for an encounter.
Oh.
See, it's sad when I call it out, because then when it happens, it's like, it seems like a fluke that I'm faking. But I did roll a 19.
Ooh.
So, as this is happening, I'll roll some other quick dice. I rolled a 13 on those dice.
I don't know what that means.
I get to consult a table is what that means.
Woo!
Spreadsheet.
Some sort of encounter table?
I don't know.
Huh. I have no idea what you rolled.
All good. Just.
That dice is in jail.
Oh, very quickly, doing some things. All right, as kind of enjoying your food, Ornessa's just kind of like hanging out, lounging on one of like the cushioned seats.
Mm-hmm.
She probably has a holy book on her.
Mm-hmm.
One of Lyra's many holy texts that she's just sort of like poring over.
Mm-hmm.
Brae, have you read these?
I don't think so. I grew up with my mom. I didn't really need to read her books.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, I always just read the Torlian texts. But what they have in the Silk Fleet is totally different.
That is true. They have the Valendist texts?
Yes.
Valendist?
Yeah, I mean, I usually just thought of them as like well-meaning heathens, but you know, they think that Lyra became a goddess after she got married, and like for a Torlian, that's insane. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, no, the timeline doesn't match that up. She was a goddess before she got married.
Yeah, thank you. You should complain.
Well, it's like those Eldathis that we met that just don't really believe she's a goddess at all.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
I think we all went a little easy on them, to be honest. But, you know, if your aunt was there, well, I don't think she would have taken so kindly. But, you know, it's what Lyra would have done, maybe, forgiving them. As she says this, there's a thump on the top deck of the ship, and you can hear this scream of terror come from the direction of where Miria would be standing if she were steering this vessel.
I will run up.
Yeah. As you run up, immediately Ornessa's going to poof into the ethereal plane. And as you get to the top, she is flying sort of about like 20 feet up and off the deck of the ship. As you arrive, you see so many things.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I may have a little image to show you.
Uh-oh. Don't like that.
As we mute the peaceful music.
This couldn't just be a peaceful flight to my beauty pageant.
No. There are two of these creatures. One of them is perched on the ship. The other one becomes visible as a figure jumps off of it. They are... I'm going to describe them as shark dragons. They've got no arms or legs. Where their hind legs would be are these two like thin knife-like wings, and where their arms would be are these larger wings.
So almost like a pterodactyl.
Kind of. They're...
Sharkadactyl.
Yeah, like their snout is the shark bit. It's like a spear that comes out.
Picture?
I do have a picture.
Oh, that is yucky.
They're a little bit bigger
How
than
do
what's
they
shown.
sit and land?
They sort of just like...
Fish out of water on
Fish
their
out of
belly?
water, yeah, kind of like they put their weight on their back two
Oh.
wings. The upper wings kind of like folded like a bird's. One of them is flying, and you watch it like materialize as this figure jumps off. There are two already on the deck of the ship, one of which has a great sword out. The other has his like gauntleted hand around Miria's neck. Her nose is bleeding a little bit. She's kind of like feebly kind of struggling. In his other hand, he has her rapier, which just kind of like drops to the side and kind of clatters on the deck of the ship. He kind of like turns.
Any notable symbols on their armor?
Their armor is like gray steel, but it's covered in these like rubies that almost look like eyes, like these like pearl-like rubies. All of them have this kind of like green skin, brown hair that's kind of wiry, very long. You may have heard stories of creatures like this, of the Githyanki, these sort of like astral pirates.
Yeah.
Sworn to defeat certain other astral threats, but not above the occasional raiding party.
What are they doing here?
Their captain, who has just landed on the deck of the ship and is walking over to you, sort of like, well...
Fold my arms and frown.
Please, don't be discouraged. This will be over very quickly.
And what portrayal do you think you're going to be doing on my ship?
Well, let's get a few things straight. This ship ceased to be yours the moment you strayed from whatever fleet, and he kind of like looks at like inspecting the ship this was a part of. I'm assuming it was part of a fleet. Maybe you got lost. But now you've been rescued, and I am here to take a measure of payment in exchange for your safety. We'll set you down somewhere nice. A pleasant little grassland. I'm sure you'll wander back to wherever you came from, and this ship will be in safer hands, never to be lost again.
Ah, you see, it's not lost. It's still here. And I'm going to cast Polymorph.
Okay, I'll get you to roll an initiative.
Woohoo! 18 plus 19.
19, alright. This is not a surprise round, as he does see you.
Yeah.
However, you do have the initiative.
Lovely.
That's going to be Polymorph. That's a wisdom save.
Yes.
I have bad news. That's a base 18.
Oh, it passes. Unless it's a negative.
It is not a negative.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, what were you trying to turn him into?
Probably like a sea turtle.
A sea turtle? Yeah.
They breathe air, right?
Yeah.
Nah. A seahorse.
A seahorse?
Yeah.
He kind of watches this like ripple goes over these like ridges kind of like pop up on his back for a second and then vroom, are gone as he kind of like shakes out of it. Says, well, I like it better when there's a little bit of a fight.
Can I use... Do I see Igmarel around at all?
Igmarel's nowhere to be seen.
I'm going to... Oh, that doesn't work. Are we... I'll tell Ornessa. If you're... Is she linked with Igmarel? Like, telepathically?
No.
No, okay. That's okay, then. I think that's... I always forget what I can do now. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Here we are. Alright, as that happens, I believe it is now it's the head Gith's turn. And he's going to do something maybe a little bit different. He is going to produce... Let me just find the exact thing here. He produces this small clockwork cube from a little pouch on his back. It's kind of like lazily like tosses it forward as it kind of ting 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 ting. He speaks a word in his Gith language, and the box begins to unfold, growing as it does.
Mm-hmm.
Spaces within it that should be empty are still full of more cube, and it's just a unfold, growing and growing into this larger and larger creature. Armor sort of like folding out of it.
Ooh.
As this like very large, almost looks like a warforged, but like
construct.
Yeah, like a very large construct emerges. As it does, it's got kind of like these like two. It almost has a heart-like face, but like split in half, so it's two halves of a heart that go to spikes. Green eyes that glow, covered in these like runes. Lots of gears turning. Just kind of makes a whirring sound as it like turns to face you. And they get sort of lazily just incapacitate. As he says this, it's not that thing's turn just yet. He'll kind of like hold his ground at the other end of the ship. Ornessa sort of, Brae, I can't charm that thing.
Can you charm that thing? And I'll point to the Gith.
Anyone in particular?
The captain.
Oh, I can try.
Please do.
As she will attempt to use her charm. It's a wisdom save. As the captain sort of like, his face kind of changes a little bit. Still that hard kind of like, there's confidence and kind of like a bitterness towards his subjects here. But you see like the flicker. Mm-hmm. As Ornessa sort of, yeah, he's mine.
Oh, excellent.
As that is happening, I get to roll a quick little perception check. Okay. Well, things are going good. As there is this rush of wind past you, as you watch this large construct just taken off as in a spiral of black
the construct
feathers.
goes.
Yes.
Okay.
As Igmarel just wrestles it off the ship.
Nice.
And just out of sight. Like off in free fall.
Beautiful.
With that, it is Miria's turn. Miria here is being... she's not able to breathe. So she's going to be making a death save. She has failed her first death save.
Uh-oh. I'm coming, Miria!
With that, it is now the other two Gith's turn. They're both... One of them is just going to let Miria fall, and will teleport directly in front of you. There's a... as this kind of like starry, misty effect envelops it, and it's right in front of you.
So is it like me, him, captain?
Yes.
Okay. Or maybe like him, captain, like diagonal, whatever.
The captain's further away from you. Like he's probably about like he's at the other end of the kind of by the ballista.
Oh, okay.
But as you are here, he's gonna make 2 greatsword attacks against you. Does a 23 hit?
Yeah.
Does a 17 hit?
No.
Okay. For the 23, it's 10 points of slashing damage, which is non-magical.
Oh, so... Oh, my armor Vegatus would have definitely worn off by now. Give me 1 second, because damage... It is non-magical?
Yes.
Ding ding!
Okay, yeah, it's kind of like kind of almost like passes through you.
Yeah.
Like you don't feel it. You do, however, take 4 points of psychic damage. As the Gith kind of looks over at his companion. There's a little bit of fear in his voice. This one's immune.
How astute you are.
As the other one is going to like put 2 fingers to his forehead and like reach out at you and make 2 telekinetic bolt attacks.
Ooh.
It's a 23 again, so that one does hit, and then a nat
1. Nice.
On this one, you're going to take 16 points of force damage.
16?
Yes, from the one that hits.
Okay.
As he will yell out to his companion, telekinesis, throw her off.
How many of these guys are there? 3?
2
one on
ones.
me.
Yes.
Captain, one more?
Yeah, okay. One more that's firing at you.
Yeah.
As we're back at the top of the turn order with you.
I would like to... Do I do one of these? Oh my gosh. I have so much stuff here now, it's hard for me to keep track of where stuff is. I would like... Nah. I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
So anyone 15 feet radius.
Yep.
I'm gonna exempt my friends.
Sure.
And I would like to move 5 feet to the other side of the guy that's right in front of me.
Sure.
If that puts anyone else in my
Yes, I would say
radius.
that probably puts the others in, because it's not a very large ship.
Sweet.
However, a few things. One, it is worth noting you can't exempt Igmarel because you can't see her. And I think you have to designate creatures you can see.
Yeah.
Not that it matters at this very moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then... what form do these creatures take?
They are fiendish.
Fiendish?
Yeah.
Little imps and...
Yeah, probably look like my little familiar.
Yes.
Yeah, a cute little imp.
Yeah.
Like a Hercules imp.
Love it. As that happens...
And then... It's still my turn, correct?
Yes.
I would like to cast Guiding Bolt. Twin spell it.
Can you Guiding Bolt and...
Guiding Bolt only attacks one person.
Oh no, because you already cast a spell to use.
Oh, sorry.
Because you have to be a cantrip.
True. I will then quick cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Targeting. I can't do. I get 3 beams.
Yep.
So I'm going to do 2 on the one that mind telekinetically hit me.
Yep.
And 1 on the other one.
Sure.
And that's me. So I'll do yellow dice one guy, black dice the other guy.
Sure.
The lowest there was a 15 without modifiers.
Okay, 15 misses.
So 27.
Yeah.
Sorry. So all 3 hit.
Okay.
Because it was 15 plus 12.
Oh, without modifiers.
Sorry. If they had less than a 15, they were good, but I have a 12 attack bonus.
Yeah.
So they all take 1d10 plus 6.
So the one who's on you is going to get... You do have disadvantage on the one that's on you, because it is within 5 feet.
That's still a 20
Okay, yeah, you're good.
something.
Yeah. 20 definitely hits, so...
Okay, we got a 7 and a 6.
That goes
plus
towards...
12 on the back one that I hit twice. So 13 plus 12 is 25.
25. That's force damage.
Yeah. And then 8 plus 6, so 14.
14 on the one that's right on you.
On the one that's right on me.
Okay.
And then that is... I just gotta take my sorcery points away. As that is my turn.
Alright. The sort of... I can't really call him a captain because he doesn't have an airship. Is just going to sort of like... He draws out his greatsword, and he is going to move over to attack the one that you hit with 2 bolts. Kind of like lazily being like dragged along.
Nice. I was like, what? He's attacking us? Oh no.
Yeah. As he's going to make 2 attacks with his silver greatsword. Both of which hit.
Yay.
1, 2, and the bonuses. That's going to be 20 plus 29, so 49 damage.
Oh, I'm glad that wasn't against me.
49 damage against the one that was telekinetically hitting you, which is going to kill.
Wowzers.
As sort of like attacks twice, and then just lets his sword fall to the ground.
So it kills him, drop the sword?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just on the deck of the ship. As Ornessa's going to kind of fly over, tail kind of like coiling around, she gives him a kiss.
A draining kiss?
Yes.
Nice.
Makes a Constitution saving throw. Does not do great, as he takes many d10 plus 6. He takes 52 points of psychic damage, has his max HP reduced by that amount.
Oh. Very nice.
And he gets to make a save to see if he resists the charm effects. That's going to be a crit.
Oh.
So now he is no longer charmed.
But he's taken a lot of damage.
He's taken a fair bit of damage.
Nice.
He's also now immune to Ornessa's charm for 24 hours.
Ornessa's.
Yes. Igmarel is still fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Miria gets to make another death save.
Oh, I forgot about her.
She's going to pass this one.
Nice.
She rolls a nat 1. She dead.
Yeah.
However, at this point, realizing the situation and kind of snapping out of the charm,
Chose the wrong ship to be on, Buckaroo.
He will kind of gesture kind of loosely and just say, tear
Wait,
that
if
one
he
off.
If he goes to that guy to hit him, is he not in my swirly thing?
Yes.
So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Sure. That's a base 17, which I think is a 19.
So it's half.
Yeah.
Ooh, 9, 13, halved.
So 6?
Yeah.
58 damage taken
That's
total.
necrotic, if it matters.
Oh. It doesn't, but good to know.
It's so weird that it's not radiant.
But it's not his turn, but so he kind of just like gestures and tear her off the ship. And both of the, call them sky sharks, are going to launch themselves at you. Both of them need to make wisdom saves. It's a base 19 and a base 13, which we will check on very quickly here. It's a wisdom save. The 13 will definitely fail.
Nice. Yeah. So they both take damage, but it's whatever this is halved.
Sure.
4, 7, another 12.
12 damage?
Yeah.
So one takes 6, the other takes 12. Cool. 6 and 12. Perfect. As they launch themselves at you, they both attack with their horns. First one's going to roll. A unnatural 20 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. The other one's also going to definitely miss.
Nice.
Not that these would necessarily hurt you, because they're doing piercing damage. As they both fly at you, and they both fly out to curve around. They do not provoke opportunity attacks.
Ooh, interesting.
As they're going, it is now the Gith Buccaneers' turn.
Wisdom save.
Yes. It's a base 10, so I'm assuming a fail.
4, 7. Ooh. 7 plus 8 is 15.
15. So 29 damage taken. He's seen better days. But he is going to retreat 5 feet if you have an opportunity attack to make.
I don't see why I wouldn't.
Do you have a melee attack you can make?
I'm holding one of my staffs, I would assume.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's the staff of power, so doesn't it do extra stuff on a whack? +2. Oh my goodness, all of my saving throws and spell attack rolls have +2 to them. That's good to know.
Uh-oh.
I think, did I add them to this?
It sounds like, because if you have 6 plus 4 from your proficiency +2, that's the +12 to hit.
Okay, I did. I was able to add it.
Okay.
I thought that it was more saving throws. I wasn't sure if I was adding it on, but I don't have a negative in the one that I should have a negative on, so that means it's been added. I know there was something that I couldn't add it to, but I don't remember what it was. So I don't know what the damage.
It's a quarterstaff. I believe that's, if it's in one hand, it's a d6.
And if I grab it with the other hand?
I think it's a d8.
I don't have a shield, right? No. I'll grab it with both hands and make a whack. So it's a base 12 plus, what did I add?
I believe it's dex.
Dex?
Yeah.
12, 13?
13.
Plus One second, I'm trying to figure out how the staff works.
Okay.
Plus 2 to attack, so 15.
15? 15 total?
Yeah.
15 misses.
Oh.
You're adding your proficiency bonus, right? Are you proficient?
I don't know.
Oh.
Simple weapons?
Yeah, quarterstaff simple weapon.
Okay, so 19.
19 hits.
Okay. And then I will expend 1 charge to deal an extra 1d6 force damage.
Okay.
So it's a d8 plus a d6?
Yes.
5, 10. Do I add my dex?
Yes.
So 11.
11 damage?
Plus 2, so 13. Because you add plus 2 to your
Cool.
attack and damage rolls.
42. He's seen better days. He just gets...
So that was 13.
Yeah.
Total. Sorry, listener, trying to figure out melee weapons. Have not played a melee character in a very long time.
He's going to retreat to the very edge of the ship, like right by the ballista.
Okay.
So he's out of your spirit guardians.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to make 2 attacks against you. Okay. Well, one of them's going to be a natural 20.
Oh.
The other one's going to be a base 13. Which is an 18, so that misses. Okay. Then I have to go... it's going to be 26 points of force damage.
How many, sorry?
26.
Yikes.
And he gets to roll to see if he gets his teleport back. I forgot to do that. So I think he gets 2 there. But regardless, he does not get his teleport back.
I think it makes a loud sound when I whack him, or is that only when I cast?
When you whack him, it makes a dong,
Yeah.
it kind of ripples out. With that, Brae, it is now your turn.
It's my turn?
Yeah.
So the captain has shaken off the...
Yes, he's got Ornessa on him. A little bit of, like, her tail kind of, like, wrapped lazily. She's kind of like...
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna eat you.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 4th level at Zachria.
Zachria? Who's Zachria?
Not Zachria. Oh my gosh. Other
Miria?
tiefling. Miria.
You can go over to her, yeah?
Do I have to touch? Oh, it is
Yes.
touch. Yeah, I'll go up to her.
Sure.
Touch her.
That would also put the other Gith back in your
Nice.
Yeah.
So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4d8 plus charisma. So 4d8 plus 6.
Yep.
7 plus 6 plus 1 plus 3. So 10, 16, 17, 18, 23 points of healing to Miria. And then I would like to, as a bonus action, cast Eldritch Blast on the one guy.
The boss or the...
The one that's back in my... The lackey.
Yes. You can do the shots one by one if you like.
Sweet. First one. 20.
20 hits. I'd roll damage too, because you never know.
10 plus 6. 16.
16 damage?
Yeah.
How do you want to do it?
I'll just go, like I said, you chose the wrong boat. After I heal, I'll just turn and pew!
He's over by the ballista. You can just off the front of the ship.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then the other 2, can I launch at the captain?
Yes.
Considering he's no longer charmed. Oh, can I see the sharkies?
They are pretty far out, but they're coming around to try and get you again.
How far out are they? Like within Eldritch Blast range?
Yes.
Okay, I'll fire at the sharkies. She seems to have a pretty good hand on him. A natural 20.
Yep.
And a 19.
Are you doing 1 to each or both to 1?
1 to each.
Sure.
So I'll say left is natural, or right's natural 20, left is.
Sure.
So 2d10 for the nat.
Yep.
So that's 8 plus 7, so 15, 21 for the crit.
21 to the left one?
21 to the one on the right.
Cool. 21, so that makes it 33 damage taken.
And then an 8, 14 to the other one.
Okay, 14 to the other one, so 20 damage taken. Cool. Yeah, the one that you nat 20'd against is bloodied. The other one not quite, but getting there.
Nice.
Is that your turn?
Yes, because I've had an action, a bonus action. Where am I on the ship? How much movement did I have to use to get to her?
You're about like midway up the deck right now.
Okay.
Kind of towards the front, but not quite at the end. As that's happening, it is now the Gith.
How far away is he from me?
He is definitely within your thing. Probably about 10,
he's within
10
the
feet
thing.
off kind of thing.
Okay, I'll move 5 feet back,
Sure.
so he's still in the thing.
Yeah, but not an immediate swinging range.
Yeah.
Cool. He has Ornessa on him.
Wisdom save.
Yeah. Base 17. 23.
So 14 halved.
7 points of shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. As he takes that damage, he gets to kind of decide what he's going to do next. So I'll make a little check.
Oh, I should have rolled con save for my epic damage.
Ah, yes.
So he might not take that damage.
Oh.
Where's my
You have to beat a 13, I think. You took 26, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. All good. Yeah, he will
It was a base 13,
yeah.
so.
He'll start by making 2 attacks against Ornessa with his silver greatsword. Kind of glints. You can tell fairly quickly that it is magical.
Against Ornessa?
Yeah, it's a 26 and a 28 to hit her. She's going to take... 17 plus 28 damage.
28. 45.
45. As Ornessa lets out like a little shriek, as she is suddenly she's not feeling the best.
I'll just yell, Ornessa, get out of here.
Sort of like, okay.
Ornessa, get out of here.
Kind of like looks at like what to her is like a kind of wasted little body of the one. little
the
buccaneer.
one that was killed.
Yeah. Says okay, and she kind of like flies up.
I'll call you when needed.
And she will. Actually, she won't fly up. She'll step onto the ethereal plane. Gone. As that happens, Igmarel's still having a good time. Miria kind of like scoops herself up.
Is
from
she
the ground.
fighting it in the air? She didn't just like knock it off.
She knocked it off and is fighting it down to the bitter end, kind of thing.
Oh, okay. You want to leave that thing and come help us?
By now, she's probably either hit the ground or is coming back. So it's yeah.
Oh, because we're way up.
Yeah, and it's in 2 turns. That's like 1,000 feet. But there's no immediate sign of her.
Yeah.
As Miria will kind of like stand up and kind of scramble away from the fighting, getting back to the kind of the wheel of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of, I'm sorry, I couldn't see them. They weren't visible until they landed.
That's okay. It's not great visibility, and it looks like the sharks were invisible, right? Yeah. Their sharky guys were invisible, so I'm assuming they were too.
I think maybe. As these 2 sharks are gonna kind of like curl around, making another lunge at you. The first one is going to miss. At which point, I get to check something. The other one is not going to attack you and is instead going to land in position for the Gith to jump on.
Oh, okay.
I believe there are no more of the Buccaneers alive, so I can delete them. Nice. And we go back to you.
How's the one that landed looking?
That's the healthier of the 2, so he's not quite bloodied.
Cool. I'm going... Oh, they need to make wisdom saving throws.
Yes.
Oh.
They're both going to fail.
That's only 6.
6. Okay, so
those are bad rolls.
The non-bloodied one is still non-bloodied. The other one, more bloodied. Mm-hmm. But it is now your turn.
It is my turn?
Yes.
I would like... Okay, so what's the orientation right now? Ornessa's gone.
Yeah.
How far is Captain from Shark?
The shark kind of went right up against the railing of the ship here. So he's probably about like 10 feet from hopping on.
Okay. Can I one hand the Staff of Power?
Yep.
Other hand Staff of Cold.
Okay.
And I want to use the Staff of Cold to create a dome, wall of ice, around the captain and the shark.
Okay. The shark is flying.
How far? Is it he landed?
No, he's still flying like next to the airship.
How far? Oh, next to the airship.
He's there.
Oh, okay, he's not on the airship.
No.
I can make a sphere with a radius of up to 10 feet, so can it, like, curve around the side of the ship?
Not to the extent that it gets this creature. Because it occupies a 10-foot by 10-foot thing on its own.
Okay. Then, in that case, I would like to cast... Polymorph.
Okay.
On it. Yeah, I cast Polymorph on it.
Sure.
And I'm going to Polymorph it into... Can I do a fly? A bumblebee? Do they have stat blocks for insects?
I don't believe so, but we can kind of ballpark it.
5e has a bee.
Sure, we'll wisdom save. Ooh. Of all the times to succeed.
Oh, come on.
It's a wisdom save. It's an unnatural 20.
Boo. Then, in that case, I'm gonna quicken Eldritch Blast again.
Okay. 3 shots.
First one, 30. Second one, 7 plus 12.
Who are
19.
you targeting?
The shark.
Just
that's
the
on
one.
the side.
Sure.
So, 19.
19.
And 20.
All three?
Unnatural 20. Okay, so that's 3d10
plus 18.
plus 18. 7, 10, 15 plus 18.
33?
Yeah.
That's 26 plus 33 is 59.
Yeah.
It is as bloodied as it could conceivably be. As you kind of shaken.
That is my horn.
Alright. As the Gith leader is going to kind of have like one last like look at you.
It's his turn?
Yes.
Wisdom save.
It's going to be a nat 3.
5... 9 points.
9 points.
Necrotic damage.
74. He's looking real bad. Not out just yet. As he will hop onto this thing. Mm-hmm. Sword kind of held in one hand.
Running away, are we? Don't think you can take a girl?
He is going to cast telekinesis. And what is he going to do? What's he going to do with telekinesis? He's going to attempt to toss you up in the air and off the ship.
Okay.
I need you to make a strength check.
Strength check or saving throw?
Just check.
Oh, why do you do this to me? Let me just get one of my abilities ready. There we go. Oh, it's a 10. But I'm going to use Favored by the Gods.
Okay.
And add 2d4. Ooh, plus 8. 18.
18 ties.
So that means I win.
Yes, I believe that's
Look at that. I got 2 4s.
As you feel like
favored.
For a split second you feel really light on your feet, like you're kind of up on your tiptoes for a second. It's no, hang on. You're able to kind of out. As he kind of like curses, he is still concentrating on this spell, so he has another attempt on every one of his turns. However, he also has to make a con save since he's in your radius. He also doesn't know the health of his creature, which I realized creates an interesting situation. Ornessa is going to... You hear a little, like 60 feet above you. She's kind of, Brae, are you okay?
So far so good.
Okay. I'm just gonna watch from up here right now.
Okay.
As he's kind of stepped there. With that... Oh, this is horrible. You watch, it's almost like something out of Jaws, where you have like the silhouette in the water.
Yeah.
As you see the silhouette of something circling in the clouds, just out of view. As it lashes out at the more injured of these star razors, and you realize very quickly in the flash of black metal that this is Igmarel in orbit.
I love it.
I get to roll some damage. As it very much kills the little sky shark that's orbiting.
Nice.
She just get torn up in the air and just fall loosely to the ground far below.
Yeah.
As that's happening, Miria is still doing her thing. The other one here needs to make a wisdom save. It doesn't really matter what it rolls, because I think the minimum damage it can take is still at least 1.
7, 9 points of damage.
Well, for its 1 HP.
Which is the one that was on, the GIF was on?
Yes.
Whew,
the other one's dead, so it's just him alive, but he's riding on it. So you watch as he, there's this moment of, fear in his eyes, he realizes the thing he's on is no longer living.
Yeah.
As he drops.
Yeah.
Or begins to drop. I'll say if you want to have a chance to finish him as he's falling, you can kind of run up and fire down.
Okay.
But it is your turn now.
I would like to run up,
Yep.
and I'm gonna... If you twin spelled, you have to hit 2 things.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not gonna twin spell, but I'm gonna upcast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
At 4th level.
Okay.
So that's not a d20. A crit! A crit!
All right.
So that's 7d6.
Times 2.
Times 2.
Yep.
Oh boy.
All right.
Ooh, 5, 10, 15, 20, 27.
Okay.
30, 37, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51 points of radiant damage.
Yeah, how do you want to do... As he's starting to drop.
So the shark starts to fall and he's falling down. I go, you picked the wrong ship, loser, and I'll out the guiding bolt.
Yeah, this
just
beam of light.
Beam of light down.
Through, cracks a bunch of the ruby armor he's got.
Yeah.
Just, as he just falls off.
Not on my ship.
As the rain is still kind of falling, we come out of combat.
I can't believe I crit on that. That was beautiful.
Yeah, my goodness. As there's a heavy sort of and then a much daintier little as your 2 companions land.
Well, that was rude.
Yeah, you didn't have to fight us in the rain like this.
I mean, I was more thinking that they wanted to take our ship and that they assumed it would be easy.
Yeah, in the future, if things like that happen again, I mean, I wouldn't really mind, because, it's food.
That's fair. I don't think I can do non-lethal damage with my spells, just so you're aware.
Oh yeah, I'll just try and keep an eye out. As Igmarel is very noticeably, torn up.
Igmarel, are you okay?
She sort of wipes at this, blood that's coming out of her mouth and nose.
I'll cast Cure Wounds at 4th level. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4d6 plus 6.
Sure.
I'll just do it here. 21.
21. Sort of, I thank you for that.
Of course.
We
take care of our own here.
Indeed. The creature that they tossed out at us.
What was it?
a construct of some kind, something from the stars, perhaps. It won't be bothering us anymore.
Oh, thank you.
The pleasure was mine, but...
I'm glad you came back.
Of course,
I didn't doubt it, but you never know.
I've been closer to death before, but I come from a fleet that can resurrect its allies.
I'll, like, brush off her shoulders and prestidigitation, any rips and stuff on her clothes.
Yeah. She kind of, like, raises a hand almost to, like, to stop you, but she, like, relents and you kind of can stitch everything up.
I don't know if prestidigitation stitches, but...
clean her.
I'll clean her up.
Yeah.
Any blood and gunk.
Yeah. She sort of...
I can mending, too, if you need that.
Yes. If you'd like to take a moment, I think I might take a few minutes, but if you'd like to resume your studies...
Can we study during a short rest?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to use a short rest, and get my sorcery points back with spell slots.
Sure. As you're doing that, Miria sort of like...
And I'm going to use hit dice.
Yeah. In the background, you have Miria sort of like collecting her rapier and like sheathing it there. Sort of... Well, I don't know what all that was, but I'll try and keep an eye out more so we don't have anything like that again.
Well, if they were invisible, you can't really fault yourself.
I suppose not, but they must have seen us somehow and then mobilized. In any case, I will let you know. Well, this rain does have one benefit, which is the winds have been favorable for us. So it should be... it'll be a fair few hours, but I'm sure we'll arrive in Willowvale at some point. Soon, hopefully. Alright. So this is about sunrise, which is, given a quick Google search, about 8 in the morning, 7:50-ish.
I used hit dice.
Yeah.
I already said I used hit dice, so I used my sorcerer or warlock ones.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of my hit points, I'm going to cure wounds myself.
Okay.
Because I realized you need to long rest to get
yes.
hit dice back.
Fair.
So I'm going to cure wounds myself.
Okay.
Until I'm healed.
Sure.
So
I'll
just be rolling.
Sure. As you're doing that, I'd say you're also able to pack in another little while of training here, of learning your infernal.
Let's do a second level. 12. Oh, nice. Okay. Cool. I'll do another day of infernal.
Yep.
Lovely.
As you're doing this, Ornessa will kind of be like hovering and like listening in. She's sort of like, oh, I actually have a translation of this holy book. It's my Torlian one, so it's a little different. But it's written in Infernal.
Oh.
Oh, let me tell you, the priest where you found me, he hated that I had it like this.
Did he?
Oh, yes, because, Infernal, it's kind of maybe a little bit sacrilegious. But...
Yeah, maybe. Love doesn't discriminate.
Exactly. I don't know. Well, I would have had Lyra maybe sign it, but, I think my presence might have weirded her out a little bit. But, whatever the case, if you ever want a study guide...
Lovely.
Otherwise, she kind of, hangs out there. As Igmarel is training you here, is there anything else you want to do on this day as you wait?
That's pretty much what I'd probably be doing, is just studying Infernal, healing up. Is everyone else healed up?
They can short rest, so they can,
Okay. We should add a bard to our group. Someone who can boost up our short rests.
Our short rests.
Our times of rest where we can heal. I hear they can do those kind of things.
Yes. Our times of rest that we spend not sleeping.
Yeah. Our downtime.
Yes, I suppose someone to raise spirits in here. She kind of gives Ornessa a dirty look. She's like, oh, I can raise spirits in other ways. But, I guess some music would be nice. Did we have music before? No. I don't know. Have I ever met a bard?
I don't know. They had bards at the Silk Fleet. They were often there. I snuck away to a few taverns in my time.
On the fleet?
Well,
I just go like, why? It's like, whoa.
on the fleet and off the fleet. My mother's ship had some ways to travel around the continent.
Oh, wow.
Been to many places. But I did meet a bard in Whitehorn?
Are you referring to Escher?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, in Whitehorn. He was interesting. If I ever see him again, I will kill him.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
He hated Lyra, right? That was his shtick. Yeah. Yeah, he hated my mom. And that's not really cool for me.
Oh, yeah, I'll kill him with you.
Oh, thanks,
She's
Ornessa.
not even like a shred of like malice when she says it. She's just like, oh, yeah.
You can eat him.
Oh, yes. Oh, wonderful.
At least put him to some good use.
Yeah. Speaking of which, she kind of like lowers her voice a little bit. She's like, well...
I'll head to head.
Oh, okay. In your mind, you just hear,
yeah.
Do you know when you're going to need to feed next?
When did I last feed it?
You have not yet.
Not yet.
Yes.
You don't have to do it to start?
If you did, Valencia probably would have helped you with it.
Yeah. I'm assuming she would have showed me how to do it to get around not being able to cast certain spells.
Yes. That would have been on the 30th of what is essentially November, the month of Darien.
Yeah.
It is now December, or roughly the equivalent of December the 6th.
Okay.
So...
I mean, anywhere in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
We could have taken that guy.
That's what I thought.
Even, that kind of thing's not even on my radar yet. It's...
Okay, well...
It's so new, Does it accumulate? Like, if you get 2 in 1 month, does it, extend? Or does it just have to be, How... I don't know how it all works. I guess I might know how it works, because I had the book.
Yes. Well, Ornessa's sort of well, it's probably different for me, because, I just eat whenever I feel like it.
Yeah, true.
And, I don't really I've never been full. But Valencia was saying sometimes you can forget. Oh. And that some liches just, they get really old and then they forget. Oh. It's important. You have to set a reminder for yourself. So I was going to be that reminder. Just because.
Maybe next time we encounter some really bad guys.
Yeah.
Maybe let me know. And we can feed together.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Oh, it would be lovely.
Yeah.
Really a bonding experience.
I think so. Yeah. Sort of thinking about it yeah, okay. I think, well, it might be different experiences, but if we find 2 people, we can make a lovely evening of it.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. And then Igmarel is sort of watching this exchange. Some of it is probably telepathically, because I don't think she switched back. But she's very aware that you're having a conversation when you go silent like that. Sort of, Brae, the verb here.
Oh! The verb, that's an action word. It's something that we do. Eat?
Make an intelligence check. 5. It is definitely not what that word was, and Igmarel sort of all right, well,
I thought we were starting with the basics. What's more basic than eat?
Is your right?
No. You can live without writing. Can't live.
No, this is Ornessa saying RIGHT.
Oh.
As you sort of yeah. But Igmarel's sort of, all right, well, we'll keep doing this, and we'll make some progress, I hope. Are you going to spend the rest of the day
I would
training,
to spend... I'll do whatever training I need to do to count it as a day, sure. And then I would like to take continuous periods of rest,
sure.
And magic transference. How many hours would I have left after training?
I'll say you can train a full day of training. I think that's like 8 hours, right? We will see.
Something like that.
As I look up the learning a language rules. Yeah, it's at least 8 hours of each day.
Okay,
so
we
you can
started in the morning
Yeah.
after breakfast.
Yep.
Or well, no, we started. So we had breakfast.
Yeah.
Immediately after breakfast, Igmarel went and did her patrol.
Yeah.
Fight lasted like a minute or two.
Yeah.
Probably healing for an hour.
Mhm.
And then healing, resting up for an hour.
Sure. So you can spend your downtime portion just learning, if you like.
Yeah.
But it won't take that long. Like, you won't have a lot of time for short rest afterwards.
That's
'cause
fine.
you will
I want to take the 8 hours to do the learning.
Sure.
And so say we woke up at like 8.
Yeah.
4 p.m. What time are we getting?
You don't know what time you're going to arrive yet, because the visibility is low, the wind is favorable, but you're not sure how favorable. So you'll just be kind of like packing away the knowledge, at which point it's actually lines up pretty well that as the sun's starting to go down, the sky clears up a little bit, you start hearing the pattering on the roof, as Miria kind of like strides down and says, I believe I can see the village. If you'd like to join me on the deck.
What time is this at?
It's roughly getting to 5 p.m., so the sun is setting now.
So I've had 1 hour, basically. Like one short rest.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just going to do my spell swappiroos.
Yes. Just coffee lock things.
Coffee lock things.
I'm
just going to get... Okay, we see the...
Yes, you kind of head up to the top deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, so down beneath, you're about probably like 1,000 feet up. You can see let me pull up my map so I can see. You can see sort of just this grand field, like very tall grass everywhere, trees dotting in little groves. A lot of farmland around here. However, there's this town, wood spike kind of walls all around it, with 3 giant willow trees.
Oh, cool.
All of which kind of like, as the name would suggest, kind of
Veil
veil
the town.
different city districts.
Cool.
It's a hilly kind of town. There's little like raised areas here and there, but there's like a whole like array of lights of different colors. There's like pinks and greens and blues, all kind of like shining in among the more like orange torchlight.
Yeah.
As you're taking all this in, Miria sort of, should we sit down somewhere less conspicuous and walk in, or...
Yeah, we should probably set down outside of town.
Yes, and should we leave someone with the ship, do you think?
Probably.
Yes, I suppose that would be me.
Is Miria?
Yeah.
Do you have a way to contact us if anything should go awry?
I don't believe I do. We were lucky yesterday when things didn't immediately...
How, Ornessa, how far away does your charm thing work? Or your telepathy stuff?
Oh, she's sort of like, oh yes, I can just charm Miria.
Well, can you make a telepathic link without charming?
No, my telepathy only works about 60 feet.
Total, even when she's charmed?
Oh, if she's charmed, I can chat with her whenever I want.
Miria,
Yes.
you can say no. And Ornessa, and I'll like stare daggers. Ornessa will not touch you or harm you or do anything to you in any way.
She's like, touch and harm. I cannot do those and still charm her.
Well, yes, but like, normally when you charm people...
She kind of like rolls her eyes.
You like, suck the life out of them.
Yeah, I won't do that.
Yeah, but...
She gives Miria a wink.
Miria, if you allow her to do this, then she can talk to you wherever she is.
Sort of... Right. We have... I have received telepathic messages before. I would be...
You have to be charmed by Ornessa. That's the caveat.
Yes. She kind of like looks up at Ornessa. She kind of thinks about it, mulls it over. I suppose I can accept.
It lasts 24 hours, right?
Yeah, for 1 day.
Yeah.
So she will kind of like look over at Ornessa. Technically, she makes the save. But, fails. As Ornessa sort of just like bats her eyes. All right, yes, we're all good.
Okay. So she can just call you whenever? Back and forth?
There's this immediately a dreamy look in Miria's eyes, like, oh yes, whenever she likes. I mean, yes, that would be acceptable.
Awesome. Stay with the ship. If anything happens, give us a call. We'll be here as soon as we can.
She gives you a little bow. Absolutely. We don't need to land, so I can leave this in the air if we'd like.
Might be the best way to go.
Absolutely. If anyone tries to... We'll set up an anchor just to keep ourselves safe, but if anyone tries to climb
Maybe tie yourself to this top of this tree.
Yes, I can do that there. She'll kind of like, she'll bring it down much closer to the ground. No ladder goes down because...
And she doesn't really need to descend because Igmarel can just hold me.
Yeah. But she'll descend enough to like tie it to a...
Oh, yeah.
And as she's managing that, Igmarel
and then maybe
will,
ascend a bit, like do like a 50-foot rope and ascend so you can cut it before anyone screws up.
Absolutely. And I suppose I could... Well, not many people are going to give us chase unless something specifically comes up, and if any threats from the air, she kind of gestures to the large ballista, we can
deal with them.
Deal with that as it comes.
Lovely.
Yes. As Igmarel comes up and sort of like offers her arms out.
I'll hop into her, like Juliet hop into her arms.
Yeah, she gets cradling and the wings kind of boom, and she like launches off.
Nice.
Ornessa just sort of like flying along as well.
As we're flying, like, hey Ornessa.
Yeah.
When we land, can you like maybe like, is this like a human town? I knew when last week it was like elves and humans.
It's about 50-50 elves humans.
Cool. You want to like humanify or elfify a little bit?
Oh yes, absolutely. Would you prefer anything?
Maybe you could go with like the priestess look from your old temple.
Oh, okay. And she kind of like still has the wings right now because she needs to fly. But she has the pink hair goes blonde, gold eyes go pink.
Yeah.
She kind of like cleans herself up to look less fiendish. The horns are gone, the tail's gone.
Sweet.
And she'll do that shortly before kind of touching down, and the wings just kind of like fold in and are gone.
Yeah. Lovely.
As Igmarel sets you down.
Was I able to figure a way to get rid of the horns?
Ooh. Do you have Disguise Self?
Yeah, I do. Can I use that?
Absolutely.
Cool. How long? That's only an hour, right?
I think it's 8 hours.
Is it?
Or you could probably just maybe recast it.
It's an hour.
It's
I think
an hour.
alter self is 8 hours.
Yeah. Well, then it's not a permanent solution.
I'll just put my hood up to cover them.
Sure. Which just
alter self
leaves.
is also an hour.
But that just leaves Igmarel. Sort of, would you like me to accompany you into the town?
Of course.
Sort of like large wings kind of like fold back as much as you can. I don't have a way to conceal my horns, tail, or wings.
Well, your tail kind of goes under your cloak. Same.
Like folds it in. It might be concerning to some to see me walking through, but...
Can I use prestidigitation?
Mm-hmm.
You make a color, small mark, or a symbol appear on an object or a surface for 1 hour. So can I use prestidigitation to make her horns turn like a lighter color that's not black? Make her look a little less threatening, maybe?
Make them kind of match the hair a little bit, or...
Yeah,
Sure.
just like look a little less threatening.
Sure.
That's my goal.
As she sort of like, you kind of ting and it changes the colors a little bit. She says,
I can do 3.
okay.
You can have up to 3 going.
Yep.
So I'm going to do horn, handprint.
Okay, yeah, fade that.
Yeah.
For sure. Sort of, I thank you. I'm not sure how effective it will be, but...
Maybe put your hair down a little bit. It'll just look like you have really voluminous hair.
She kind of like messes up her hair. She's still got each of the braids, but they're kind of like just a big kind of mess that kind of tumbles down.
Can we like try and fashion it into like a bun almost around?
Make a sleight of hand check.
Guidance?
And she'll help you. Yeah.
So guidance and help.
Sure. It's not an easy task. But...
Ooh, 18, 19, 20.
20, okay. That was the DC.
Whoa.
But you're able to kind of like, cover it up a little bit. It's her hair looks messy.
Yeah.
But in such a way that it's less obvious that there's horns.
Yeah, the horns are kind of the color of her hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every hour you would need to keep casting it.
Yeah.
But
we'll get there.
I'll leave that to you.
Yeah.
And
just
you're going to...
remind me when it's been about an hour.
Sure. As you start to walk in, the sun's going down now. The gate is closed. But there are some guards there who kind of like see you three approaching. And roll real bad. So they sort of like start raising the gate when you come in. Sort of, all right, you're here for the festival then?
Of course we are.
All right. Right through there. I don't believe all of the contestants have arrived. I'm not entirely sure, but you're welcome to... There's a camp around the morning tree.
Are there any inns?
Oh, yes, there's Cat and Fiddle. There's a few other places that aren't Cat and Fiddles.
Cat and Fiddle will do. Is it near the... Where do we go for the festival? Or just, do we have to sign up anywhere?
Sort of like, gives you like a look. Are you looking to participate?
Of course. Hello?
Oh, my apologies. The cloak, it threw me off.
No.
Yes, you could... I believe the contest, it may have been ongoing in the Fairwood a little bit, but the Fey Lord who visits this town, if you speak to him or one of his assistants, they might be able to put your names down.
And where will we find this Fey Lord?
The event will be held at the Morning Tree. Sort of points like the opposite end of town. No, he points to the closest tree.
Oh, okay.
Sunrise.
Oh.
As he sort of, just under that tree, there'll be tents set up. The other contestants have already arrived, I believe, or the last few. But he should be there, one of his assistants. They can point you in that direction.
Thank you.
Of course.
I'll walk in and I'll go find an alley.
Yep.
And I'll disguise self.
Sure.
With the no horns.
Sure.
Just like keep my look. But no horns and no black fingers.
Okay.
Regular hands.
Regular normal hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll quickly go touch up my prestidigitation.
Sure. You're bing bing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then...
Actually, I don't have to touch it. It's just bing bing. It's 10 feet.
As you enter the town, you notice every house here is kind of like, it's all like that kind of log cabin look.
Oh, cool.
Kind of nasty ground because there's a lot of mud and kind of cobblestones. It's not quite a coastal town. It's not quite close enough. It's more call it a river town. There's little tributaries that kind of feed into the larger river to the south of it. But there's sort of fishing gear and things like that around. A lot of little kind of canoe culture going on.
Canoe culture, love it.
But towering over everything are these three trees, one of which is fairly close to you. Supposedly the morning tree, positioned to face the sunrise before any other.
Cool. We'll make our way down to the morning tree then.
Absolutely. You kind of head over. It's on a little bit of a hill. Very quickly you're shrouded within it because it's large enough that it covers up houses and different things.
This is pretty cool, hey? Say to Ornessa.
And it's kind of like, whoa. Yeah, it's very neat. I remember in the Book of Lyra, she saw a tree like this once. But really far north. Probably like the opposite end of the map from here. No, I think it was the Green Grave.
Oh, yeah. That's like northeast.
Yeah, so like really far from here.
Really far from here.
But anyway, this is really pretty, and there's like little like lights inside. What look to be like will-o-wisps, which from the stories you've heard is usually a subject of some concern. But they seem to just gently be floating in the upper reaches of the tree. There are guards patrolling that don't really seem to take much notice. As you approach these various multicolored tents that have been set up sort of within the roots of this tree. The roots are large enough that like some of them would form like arches or tunnels.
Cool.
And there are paths leveled out that kind of snake around it. Little plateaus with these little tents and the like.
This is awesome.
As you're approaching. The sun's mostly gone down now, so it's kind of bathed in the orange of all the torchlight down here. You watch as, like, some of them are dousing fires at guards' commands, or, like, make sure that's up to code kind of thing. Like, they have, like, special little, like,
Fire.
places to set them up, so as to not harm the tree.
Smart. Wise. Look at them go.
You know, there's probably been an incident in the past. However, as you kind of, like, snake your way up and along, you're looking for, like, an official tent or some, like, sign-up kind of place?
Yeah, someone that's, like, looking for someone that looks official.
Sure. Make a perception check.
Guidance?
Sure.
Ooh. 9.
9. All right. As you are sort of heading along here, you pass more guards, more fancy tents. You can hear... you kind of, like, almost bump into this, like, wood elf.
Oh.
Sort of like, and kind of, like, walks past you. He's dressed in, like, a kilt, kind of cut off, like, right at the knees. Sandals that kind of, like, wrap up his shins there. No sleeves on his little, like, kind of jerkin that he's got. Yeah. But, like, kind of a very, like, overly chiseled jawline. Hair kind of, like, combed, messy, but, like, he's been trying to get it in order. Sort of, excuse me there.
Apologies?
Yes, right. And he kind of just, like, turns to, like, head off.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Do you know where I could find one of the officials? Judges or assistants of the...
Judges.
Not judges, because the Fey Lord does that, doesn't he? But the Lord's vassals, the people he puts in charge of this camp, just watch over it, maybe?
Oh, what? You think we're going to sign up?
Oh, I do.
Okay. Well, he who sings of love shall be arriving, I believe, first thing in the morning to judge the winner of this event, and also if you think you can sign up. I wasn't aware that he was taking last-minute registration. We've left off so many already, but he'll be setting up in the blue tent, the highest point here. He may have an assistant or two arranging it for him, but, well, good luck, I'll say that much.
And your name was?
Fail it.
Come on, Daniel. Fail it?
Yeah.
Why? Let me just make a note.
As he turns and kind of like boldly kind of strides off. Still trying to like fix his hair.
He's in my notes. Fail it. Super chiseled Chad wood elf.
That's fair.
Okay, I'll go find the tent.
Yeah. You make your way up to the tent. There are there's almost like a notice board set up outside of it.
Mm-hmm.
A guard kind of loitering. He doesn't look like he's on duty. Just kind of like chatting with some of the passerby. The notice board though has several kind of like faces on it, like almost like embossed in metal. There is what looks to be a human. She's dressed in like this. Her dress has this really high collar around it, and she is almost like wave-like patterns. Just says Lady Irida of Tyr. It looks to be, as you're kind of like taking this in, they're like previous winners. Immediately next to her, it just says Zald, Xald, which is, if you had thought that Phaeolit was kind of Giga Chad like, Zald is like all jawline. He is...
Have you seen the super chin or whatever from Fairly Odd Parents?
Yeah,
that's what I'm picturing.
He has
the
that
crimson
vibe.
chin.
Yes, this is a goblin.
Ew.
But like really well groomed, almost uncannily. Under which it just says R.I.P. And then there are other ones that kind of like off of different like Elvish and Satyr and all the light going down. However, inside the tent you can hear some bustling. Some people are setting things up. Sort of, should we go in or
maybe like, hello? Kind of like stay near the fold of the tent, the door.
Nobody really reacts. They seem more focused on their own kind of stuff. You can hear someone like hushed whispers, like, yeah, you have to set that up. He's going to want to sit on the nice chair, and we're going to need to get some sort of a better runway arranged. Usually the scaffolding is set up by now. Let's see what we can do. And they kind of mumbling as they're going around. Anything else, or?
I will... Can I go and talk to the guard that's, like, loitering?
Sort of, oh, hello there.
Hi.
Hi.
We heard about this festival and thought it'd be cool to come and check it out. See if we can maybe enter the pageant.
Enter the pageant?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, he kind of, like, very quickly does, like, a little scan of the three of you. Or you two, and then up at Igmarel. Sort of, well, I don't believe we've had anything, so tall and winged as,
Igmarel, are you wanting to enter?
Igmarel sort of turns, if you wish me to enter.
Yeah, she doesn't need to enter.
She just sort of, like, you feel a hand on your shoulder, she leans in, turns her head away so the guard can't see and says, thank you. And then kind of, like, straightens back up. Says, yes, so just the two of you.
Are you in, Ornessa?
Ornessa's, like, bouncing up and down, like, really fast.
Yeah, she's in.
Right. Well, it's beyond me to make that decision.
Of course.
This event is sort of put on independently by a Fey Lord who presides over this region. However, we can like, leans in. First thing in the morning is when he's expected to be in. And we can arrange an audience or something like that. He's always eager to see new contestants.
Oh, lovely. We
try and dissuade it because usually there's a very large influx right at the last minute. But it's been a slower year this year.
I wonder why.
Oh, it's just less activity down here. Most Tyr is sort of becoming popular again, and well, the Elvish Imperium has been kind of closed off lately, so we don't see as much traffic there. You probably were. You were just asking that to be nice. But yes, it's been a little slower. But we will. If you'd like to set up a tent or something, we can arrange a meeting in the morning.
Yeah, we don't have a tent per se.
Oh,
I was gonna stay at one of the inns in town.
Oh, yes, if you'd like to do that. There's plenty of room in the Cat and Fiddle, and
really. How will we know if we have an audience, or should we just come back here in the morning?
I've never known the gentleman to turn down an invitation, especially if you are eager to participate. Sort of like avoids eye contact. Sort of, you both are very lovely, and I'm sure if he sees potential in you, he will accept an audience.
And this is after a day of travels and other things.
I couldn't see it on you at all. But
should we wear our, like, finery? Just common clothes? What would be appropriate?
Some measure of finery would be nice, but you don't need to bring out everything until the event itself, which will be...
And how many, like, if we make it in, how many outfits? Like, when does it start? What is kind of the flow of this thing?
Yes, there will be a... almost a... I believe that the children called it a talent show, but like a showing of skill and prowess in a field. There is also a runway to walk down. You sort of strike a pose for the kind of like the Kenku to record. After which point...
Strike a pose for the Kenku to record?
Yes, they chisel it as like a statue.
Oh!
The loser's statues are destroyed or disposed of. But the winner will be preserved in the Fey Lord's court.
Wow.
Yes. Now, the judging is typically done by he who sings of love. But sometimes the crowd is given a little bit of sway if he's having trouble deciding on a true victor. But yes, I believe that's all there really is to it. If there's any additional rules, if he makes them up on the spot, I'm sure he'll announce them on the day of.
Lovely.
Typically, it takes the full day or most of the day to prepare yourself. I believe one of our contestants is preparing in advance already.
When does this show start?
It will be just before sunset on the morrow.
It's tomorrow night.
Yes.
Not a lot of time then.
No, like I said, typically the last minutes we try and discourage it because so many and they're just trying to get in at the last second. What is it, sort of, how many people are entering this year? Sort of, well, if it's you two, like I said,
asking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sort of, if it's you two, I believe it's just 5 at the moment.
Oh, wow.
It's a smaller one.
I definitely thought there was going to be like 30, 40, 50.
Well, sort of, kind of like lowers his voice a little bit. There are in the neighborhood of around a dozen contestants in total.
The 5 contenders.
I would say so. If I may be so bold not to...
Please be bold.
Oh, well. Yes, in any case, there are 3 who I think are most likely to win. Only because, and kind of like, again, like, because I can't count you in good conscience knowing that
of course.
Other contenders are present. But yes, there is a previous champion attending, as well as Phaelet, the most enchanting enchanter.
Obnoxious.
Oh, if you think so, I think he's rather charming. And then of course,
hey, to each their own.
Sort of, well, and of course there's Glimmer.
Glimmer.
Yes, poor thing. This is her 7th year attempting this, and she's come in 2nd place each time.
To that chad of an elf?
Oh no, Phaelet's never won one. I think this is his first year competing. No, last year was Lady Irida.
Of Tyr.
Yes, the sign. Yes, and the year before that was Zald, poor thing. But
what happened to him?
They say he was entranced by the Fae, wandered off into the Fairwood, and never returned. They say he who sings of love took him into his court, and that was that. But whether he wanders or is dead in a ditch somewhere, it's hard to say.
Interesting.
But in any case, Lady Irida and Phaelet are the 2 front runners. Many have pity in their hearts towards Glimmer, but I mean, 8th year's, their 7th year's the charm, I suppose.
Do you know where this Glimmer is?
Oh, probably in one of the springs at the very the furthest platform. Dew from the tree collects in these pools.
This tree.
Yes.
Furthest platform.
Yes. If you follow, kind of like points, you can see a little like stream that kind of heads down. The stream kind of goes up. It's the last little bend on the path.
Okay.
She's been up there, I believe. She has a very small tent set up.
Cool. Thank you.
Of course. It's a pleasure. Welcome to Willowvale, if no one's welcomed you already.
Thank you.
Yes.
Sorry, I have the Moon Mist dress.
Yep.
Ornessa's pink and green dress.
Mm-hmm.
And a fine red dress that I don't remember what it looks like, but it's from Barovia.
Okay.
I believe.
I think so. I think you had the red one like red to black. Like it has like a fade to it or something.
I think so, something like that. Just for reference of what I have.
For sure.
But the Moon Mist dress would by far be the most.
Yes.
Because that one I think I paid a couple hundred gold for.
Fair.
It's got like crystals sewn into this like midnight blue dress.
Yes.
Remember it?
I think so.
Gorgeous.
Is there art? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh no, we'll see.
There was. I have a picture of it, I believe.
Okay, cool.
It was on the interweb.
Yeah. However, as Ornessa sort of like, are we gonna go meet this person?
I would love to meet this Glimmer.
Okay, yeah, let's go. Sort of like heads up. The guard kind of like
start walking. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Oh yes.
What was your name? Thank you, Talius. I will see you tomorrow. I'll give him a wink and saunter off.
Oh. As you head up, Ornessa kind of like prancing along, sort of like, what are we gonna do for this thing?
You know, I think we can figure that out tonight, but I would love to meet this Glimmer who's tried heartily for 7 years. Something tells me she'll be a character.
Sort of like, oh, I mean, if you think so.
I think so.
Okay.
And I would at least like her to win. If it wasn't one of us, I would want her to place higher than that bro dude Chad of an elf.
Oh yeah, that's fair, I think.
That's canon now.
Yeah. And she sort of like, you kind of make your way up, and it's a little switchback up to this very humble, small little circular tent, almost like a small circus tent. You come across this little pool. There's like water trickling down the tree. It's weird, like dew doesn't usually collect like that, but it's almost like part of this tree's magic is that it collects water. Yeah. Maybe that's why the settlement formed here. Or part of it. As sitting in the pool, kind of like running like hands through her hair, you see this figure. From the waist down, white fur.
A satyr.
Yes. But where a satyr might have like little horns or like antlers even, no such thing. The wide ears of a satyr, but this large spiraling unicorn horn.
I love it!
Kind of like if you see like the unicorn horns, almost like an ibex, where it's not like a solid spike, but like
it's
an
like
actual
a cone.
curling. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Up to a point. Which almost shimmers in the air. Think like a heat wave, where like there's like the warped effect. So like very visibly magical.
Kind of like it glimmers.
Kind of, yeah. Her hair is silver, but there's notes of like blue, pink, gold kind of in it, almost like this prismatic look.
I love her.
She could have like turns as you like approach, unless you're like sneaking up.
No.
She sort of, oh, hello there.
Glimmer, I presume?
Yes. Have you come to see me?
Well, we just came because we wanted to enter the competition, and we met that Faolet.
She immediately kind of like eyes downcast, has like a sad look in her eyes, like competition.
Yes.
But she like wades out of the water there. It's lovely to meet you.
My name is Brae. This is
Brae.
Ornessa. Igmarel.
Igmarel sort of just gives like a curt nod, and Ornessa sort of like, hey. Sort of, yes, it's lovely to make your acquaintance. I wish I could offer you more than just.
We're on our way to the Cat and Fiddle. I just wanted to maybe meet the competition if we're able to make it in, but I just wanted to say of anyone, I hope you win over that Faolet. He is a piece of work, that one.
Sort of, every year it's a new face and, a new winner, it seems.
7 years, I heard. This is your 7th year?
This is, yes. I've wanted to win this for, it feels like most of my life now, but in truth, sometimes I wonder if I'm cursed.
Oh. Wow.
But I love the competition. I just... so many have come and gone. Alas.
Would Brae have met a satyr before?
Make me roll like a history check.
Well, we met.
Or
was it he? Oh, he was a centaur.
Oh no, you've traveled in Barovia with a satyr. Phelan
was a satyr.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Very curious horn you have.
Oh, I'm something of a rarity even among my people.
Oh.
I'm not sure. He kind of touches it a little bit. Like I'm not sure the exact magic involved. Something fey, I'm certain. It's
like a unicorn.
Yes. Some have called me the unicorn satyr, but I'm not sure if that's a technical term. But yes, it's lovely. Gives me certain
appearance.
Certain appearance, yes.
Well, it is lovely. You are just gorgeous.
Oh well. I appreciate that. Usually the competition at this stage gets cutthroat, so you've been very,
Well, my deception in there, but
yeah, a little bit of
thinking about it.
Yeah. You've been very kind.
Just wanted to maybe size up my competition.
The other two are kind of like giving you a look like she's you see her in, like, telepathically from Ornessa, like, she's fine. But she's sort of like, yes, well, it's kind of you to arrive as you have. And I pray that if I am to lose again, if it should be fate, I pray that it is you over that fairlit fella.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad we're on the same page there.
Yes.
May I ask, I heard there's like a talent portion?
Yes.
What kind of things do people usually do? You've been in it for a few years, so you might have a bit of an idea.
Yes, I've done a dance routine in the past. My horn, it, what's the nicest way to put this? It produces a sort of beam of light.
Ooh.
It's harmful to those it comes in contact with, so I make sure to...
I have layer actions on my ship.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta
But
remember that, Daniel.
like light. So I do like a dance and incorporate it.
Ooh.
I have played an instrument in the past.
Very cool.
That's where most of my talents go. Poem readings and the like. Others, typically things in the same general vicinity. There are songs and there are sort of general ballads and routines. There was one year a gentleman who painted.
Interesting.
Yes, feats of artistry is typically the name of it.
The theme. So
Yes.
not really like magic or anything.
Lady Irida last year, she skewered a great fish with a trident. But that was sort of an outlier. If it's magic, usually you'd incorporate that magic into your routine. So I call it a routine. It's more like a spontaneous that tends to be what the Fey Lord likes. Uh-oh. But, yes, the more bombastic or some go for shocking. That's Lady Irida did that last year. If it's memorable, then I'm sure he who sings of love will appreciate it.
Give me 1 second to write this down.
Uh-oh.
Kind of is how much you want to go with the rule of cool.
Yeah. For this, I can just make a disclaimer of it. This will definitely be a rule of cool kind of event, because that's how you repurpose like something that might be an attack or like an effect is sort of...
Oh yes.
As she's sort of, well, please don't let me keep you then. I was just sort of taking some time to kind of like wistfully looks back to reminisce and pray that fate would be kind to me this year.
Of course. Well, I pray that it is. I hope I can enter as well. You've given me much to think about. Do you know this town at all?
Oh yes, I've lived here much of my life.
Amazing. Do you know, is there anywhere I could buy jewels or clothing, stuff of that sort, if they'd be open at
Kind of
this
like
time?
mock surprise a little bit, like your last minute shopping for accessories.
More accessories than clothing.
Kind of like her tone changes a little bit. There's a little bit of pity. She's like sort of like, yes, there are many stores with which you could buy jewelry, beads.
Or maybe like magic components.
Oh yes, magic components. Yes.
Yes, more that.
There is a shop on the opposite end of town by the Evening Tree, nestled in. You can't miss it. It's right underneath the fortress.
Lovely. Jewelry wise, Where would that be?
You would see it sort of center of town marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
Many people there set up around this time to sell souvenirs.
Lovely.
So just she kind of like smiles, like, don't get anything that they say has been mine. I shouldn't tell you how to participate, but to mimic another contestant would be probably seen as
Oh, I don't plan to be anyone but myself.
Oh, wonderful. I look forward to seeing what you produce on such short notice.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good luck. I'll see you tomorrow, I hope.
To you as well.
And I will swiftly make my way to Diamond Dust.
Okay. Make me
jewelry store or component store?
Probably component store would be
Component
safer.
store, okay.
The jewelry store here probably isn't super equipped with like diamonds and the like.
Fair.
But yeah, as you're making your way down, make me a history check.
My guidance went over.
No, this is like a compulsive
Crit.
Crit. Yeah, you would know immediately this is the person who was praying to you last night.
As I'm walking away,
Mm-hmm.
I'll like stop.
Yeah.
Kind of like turn and look at her quizzically. Kind of shake it off and then keep walking.
Yep.
I just gotta find my notes from that because I think I took them on one note.
Ornessa's sort of like, wow, that was sad.
I know.
She's gonna lose.
I think she's the one that prayed to me. Or that I heard her prayer.
She was praying to you?
I think it was her.
What, to help her win?
Well, she said something about she's given so much, spent so long. She just wants to win.
Oh. Well, like, Brae, if you want me to drop out, I can. But if you don't win, I'm gonna win. Like, I might even beat you, but like...
Well, we'll see, but... On one hand, I want to win.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, she said she'll give me anything. And I would love to see what her magic can do.
Kind of like, yeah. And like, she does have a horn. And that's like half of what like our crew...
True.
Yeah. I didn't see any wings though, so you know.
When we're kind of in a quiet part, I'll quickly press digitation.
Yeah, refresh.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And I'll refresh my disguise self.
Sure. As you can make your way back down the tree, through these kind of cobblestone streets into this. Actually, you're going to the spell.
The spell shop.
Yeah. So you go under this. You're in the clearing for a little bit there through the main area, and sure enough, as you're passing through the main area, there are crudely drawn images of the three contestants, as well as other contestants probably from previous years. There is a place in honor of Zeld that is selling like bone trinkets and the like. There is a very large fish carcass being cooked, like some sort of river fish, under the likeness of the Lady of Tyr. But as you're heading along, passing all these different ones, you make your way under the evening tree, where like kind of the last embers of the sunset are kind of being eclipsed by this tree.
Maybe just a jewelry store, actually.
Jewelry store?
I don't need diamond dust, just like glitter. I'm looking for glitter.
Okay, yeah.
But more like Swarovski glitter. Diamond might be a little bougie.
Yeah.
Like actual like fine crystals.
Yeah, as you go to the jewelry store.
Yeah.
Interesting how this works out. Because the face that is over the jewelry store would be glimmers.
Nice.
But it's not a glimmer that you really recognize. Like, this is like the image is her clearly done up. And it's like, hang on, she's got like a lot of like jewelry going on. And all of it seems to be diamond.
Whoa.
That seems to be her whole look.
thing.
Yeah. As you kind of like open the door here, there's a gentleman. He just sort of like looks like he's just getting ready to close up shop, like locking up some boxes here. Sort of, hello.
I apologize for coming in so late. I was hoping you could help me find some wares.
Yes, what are you looking for there?
I'm looking for dust, almost, of gems, like very small, fine gemstones.
I see.
Kind of reminiscent of glimmering stars would be the
stars.
The vibe. Not necessarily star shape, but the little sparkles, but lots of them.
He sort of like starts unlocking some boxes. I've got a pearl necklace here, kind of maybe.
Not jewelry, like
an actual physical dust?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I could... Was there a gem in particular? I could look and see if there was any, like, bits from when we were cutting some of them earlier today.
It could be diamonds, clear, maybe clear to blue gems.
I see. If you'll just wait one moment.
Of course.
He sort of, like, heads back.
Mm-hmm.
Ornessa's sort of like, are we going to, like, take it or are we going to pay for it?
I was planning on paying for it.
Okay, just checking.
I don't think we need to take things from these people.
Okay. Don't get on me for it. I just, want to know what the plan is.
I've got money.
Okay. Sort of like,
a lot of money.
I'm in a competitive mood, I gotta like...
Well, if you have anything you want to get, be my guest. I'm gonna head to the Cat and Fiddle after this.
Are you gonna be okay with just Igmarel here?
I think we'll be okay.
Okay. And Igmarel sort of like, she's going to cause trouble for you.
And I'll behave. Don't eat anyone in town or near town. Don't eat anyone, period.
Make a persuasion check.
And be nice. Persuasion?
Yeah.
Ooh, 16 plus... 26.
26? Okay. Oh no, Brae, you're breaking up. She's sort of like, oh, fine.
If you cause anything that I have to clean up, we're gonna have some words.
Okay, we won't have words. Bye.
Insight. Yep.
Yep.
2.
Oh, 2. Okay.
Which is a 3.
Nope,
it's a 2.
Wow, you can be confident in what you said.
Yeah.
But her response is kind of just like...
Okay.
Yeah, you can't really... Yeah. She's kind of off. As the gentleman kind of comes back. He's an older guy, human. Sort of like, I have a small box here. I have a pale sapphire dust. We've got more of an emerald, kind of a bluish green, these ones. Besides that, I have a little bit of amethyst here. The rest is darker. Amethyst is like a pale, kind of like pinkish.
Yellow? Oh, pinkish. That should work.
Yes. Typically, anything that we have that would be more valuable than this typically goes to spell components, and we have separate sales for that. But the amethyst one here, it's like a small little box that he's very clearly poured it into. I could part with it for, say, 80 gold.
How about just like, can I get like maybe like a little, and I'll kind of hold up kind of the size of maybe like a quarter cup of like mixed? Just like a little mixed.
Of different ones?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yes, one moment. He reaches under the desk and pulls out this small glass jar, inside of which is like a white star.
Ooh.
It's like giving off like a lot of light.
Yeah.
Sort of, if you'll excuse me, kind of opens it up.
What's that?
It's a tear of Averin.
Tear of Averin?
Yes, just one moment. He has it clutched in his hand like tightly.
Somewhere.
Just a byproduct from some old conflict. But gems like this come up upon me. He kind of like reaches into a bag and kind of like just very carefully like lets it go and seals the bag up.
How much for that?
Oh, this, well, despite the glowingness of it, I could probably part with it for 15, 20 gold. I was just putting it in the bag because you wanted the...
Oh, well, it glows like a star, you said?
Yeah.
Do you have, like, a circlet? That thing goes on your head, right?
Yes.
That could hold something like that?
I don't know if you'd want to hold something like it. These were used as weapons by some of the Idrians some time ago. This is just sort of surplus that came upon. If this were to go out, it would probably hurt somebody.
Like the light goes out?
Yeah, typically they would sorry, one moment. Kind of takes the bag and just gingerly pulls it out.
Yeah.
This crystal, if you release it.
Yeah.
With ill intent at a creature, it will zap to them.
And do what?
It will hurt them real bad.
I would like to to buy it,
Yes.
could I put it in a circlet? Could you attach it real well?
Yes, maybe not tonight.
Could I pick it up tomorrow?
That would be acceptable. One moment, and you kind of back in the bag, ties it off up on the thing, goes and he pulls out like 6 different like circlets. They are like, there's a bronze one, more or less it'd be in like the coinage system. So it's like a copper, silver, gold, electrum, platinum. With one, like, there are different degrees of fanciness.
Yeah.
The copper one's kind of like vine patterns. The silver one's like spikes. The gold one almost has like a halo effect at the back. And the platinum is just like real ornate, we'll say. Like lots of like weaves and patterns in it. Did you have a preference for the kind? These ones only have 1 slot for a gem. So I'd be, yes.
Perfect. Do you have one that almost like droplets, like like anything like that, like a silver color?
Yeah, he looks at like the silver and the platinum one. I could fashion some teardrop designs into one of these.
That's just the silver one's a little too spiky.
Spiky. The platinum,
How much is that?
it would probably be in the neighborhood of 300 to 500 gold. I would say.
How many platinum is that?
For this,
How many platinum is 300 to 500 gold? 3?
it'd be like 30 platinum.
How much for the silver one?
Silver one, probably like 5-10 gold.
Okay.
I would say 7 gold is safe.
7 gold. Okay.
Yeah. Teardrop designs, and then.
And then the sparkly one in the middle.
Yes, I would say for that, another 5 gold at least, plus the gold for buying it.
Said it was 15.
15 to 20. I would say we call it 20, and then I add it on to the 7 gold.
20 to fashion it.
Yes.
Done. So it would be 27 for the whole thing.
27 for this, and you were looking for the dust.
Yes.
I believe I said 75 gold, but you wanted a mix.
I just want like a little bit of each.
Yes,
like
in
maybe a
the jar.
tablespoon of each in the jar.
It like takes it a little like.
How much?
Yeah, it puts a little bit in, so like maybe like half the bottle, like a little bit.
Yeah.
Sort of like, do you want me to mix it?
Well, I can do that.
Okay.
But
Well, then for this, I would say maybe 30 gold.
for that whole box was 75.
Yes, it wasn't. It kind of opens up. It's not that much. You could be doing some sort of alchemy to make this a single gem, and then that's.
I can tell you that right now, I will not be doing any alchemy. It is purely decorative.
I see. Well, what is your best offer then?
20.
20. Make a persuasion check.
Or I'll give you a flat, because it was 27 for the other.
Yeah.
I'll give you a flat 50 for everything.
Isn't that less?
27 plus 20.
Oh, so you're
47.
Yeah.
I offered 20, so it would be 23.
Yeah. Sort of like thinks about it for a second. That's acceptable, I suppose.
I'll like reach in my bag and hold out. Is that 5 platinum?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll give him 5 platinum.
Sure. Kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy enough to count. Kind of stacks them. Ching. Kind of like puts in a little vault.
Midday?
Midday should be plenty of time there.
Lovely.
And should I make it out to a name in particular?
I'll be back. My name's Brae.
Okay.
You don't need to do anything extra, but Brae.
All right. Well then, pleasure doing business with you.
I'll take my
the jar.
jar. I'll shake it.
Yes. It's like all like mixes up.
Ooh.
Igmarel's been suspiciously quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're turning to head out, you can see that she's got like a little like thread of like little sapphires kind of around her neck. Kind of like sees you and kind of like fells it up and puts it back up.
Well, that is just beautiful. How much for that one?
That one be 35 gold. Igmarel sort of. If I wanted something like this, I'd win it in conquest. I wouldn't burden you with something like this.
Okay. I'm just putting it as a jar of mixed gem dust.
Fair.
And with that, thank you. What was your name?
My name?
Of course.
It's 4 Grim.
4 Grim?
Yes.
Lovely. We'll see you tomorrow, 4 Grim. Can you please point me to the Cat and Fiddle?
Yes, back in the main square. So the main square is just outside. So down the main square, there's like, he kind of like points like 2 roads down. You'll see it there. It's, commands its own little courtyard.
Lovely, thank you.
Of course.
And I'll head out and start making my way to the Cat and Fiddle.
As you're heading out, Ornessa Igmarel sort of like, it was a very pretty necklace though.
That it was.
I'm going to probably buy it before we leave.
Think on it.
Kind of like looking back. No, I can't. I can't.
Just think on it.
Okay. As she sort of accompanies you down, the Cat and Fiddle here is built. Usually, these buildings kind of stand out, like they were plopped here by magic rather than built. Yes.
Before we get too far away, are there like tables and stuff with all the wares around?
Yeah, little market stalls. Yeah. Most of them are packed up. But...
Bro, give me 1 second. You keep going. I'll catch up.
You're sure?
Of course.
All right.
And I like go like make to like one of the tables, and I'll quickly message back to like the guy.
Yeah.
Cast message. Hi, it's Brae. Can you just put that silver or that sapphire necklace aside? I'll come and pay for it tomorrow.
The 35 gold one?
Yes.
Yes. How are you? Where are you?
Don't worry about it.
I'm worrying about it.
And I'll run up and catch up with Igmarel. Sorry, something just caught my eye on that table, but too cheap for my taste.
Oh, I see. Yes. Well, I believe, and kind of like she points like around here should be the.
Lovely.
As you make your way down, Cat and Fiddle here, stone kind of brick building, 2 layers. So it's like a smaller stone building and like kind of the wood plank kind of balloons out a little bit. As you make your way in, very crowded inside. There are humans and elves kind of like all mingling here.
Yeah.
Music is being played. There's a set of like looks to be 3 or 4 bards all kind of playing instruments. Barkeep sort of like sees you walking in, sort of like, sorry, I think the rooms are a little packed here.
Do you have any room?
We have like a single room, but kind of like looks. I don't know if the bed's big enough for.
Nothing else. I'll like, chink chink, my gold.
It's sort of like I mean, my quarters are, again, like he sort of like looks up at Igmarel, like I don't know if she's gonna fit. Like the bed's like.
I'm sure we can make something work.
Yes, well, my quarters, like I've rented them out on busy nights because I could use this study supposedly, but that's going to run you probably about 5 gold a night.
1 bed in there?
1 bed in there.
Do you know any other taverns in town? Any other inns?
Well, you've picked the worst night to come in.
Well, I know that now.
Look, here, and he's like pouring drinks for people in the background. He's kind of like moving around. Look, how many beds are you looking for? 1 for you, 1 for your companion?
There's 1 more of us.
Another one?
Yeah.
Sort of, all right, let me see. I could arrange, one of the rooms, they haven't arrived yet. There's 2 mattresses, kind of. We can maneuver one and see if we have a bunk or something we can arrange, if that's acceptable. I would charge you, since it is just the 1 room, but for the work it would take, a gold and 5 silver. Call it 7 gold for both rooms, because I'll need to find lodging on my own tonight.
So 7 gold for his room and another room?
Yes. Sort of, and I'll
the
make
one,
do.
The
but
1 room maneuvered should be fine.
with the 2 beds?
Yeah.
If you say so. Again, he kind of like looks at Igmarel, like size-wise, I don't want to.
We'll make it work.
She's very tall.
She is very tall.
Yes, in that case, just call it 2 gold, and I'll throw in some drinks.
I'll give him 2 gold.
And he will kind of like, he'll pour 2 drinks for you and place them down. A third one for your third companion?
Sure.
Yeah, down. A cheer goes up behind you as you say, "Around on me."
Ugh.
And Phaeolith is like, kind of like passing, he's got like armfuls of drinks that he's like passing out there. Doesn't seem to take notice of you. He's more like throwing a bunch of gold down for the bards. As the barkeep comes back with 2 keys, or one key. Mm-hmm. Places it down. Just have the one because it is a 1-person room.
Oh, that's alright.
It's going to be a little cramped, 3 of you, but
that's fine.
Just don't be too rowdy. I mean, we have enough of that. Kind of like looks over at Phaeolith, and there's like a cheer going up. He's on one of the tables. We have enough of that going around as it is. Will you be staying with us long?
Probably tonight and maybe one more.
I see. Well, enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
Your gold will be due, I would like to say by noon, but typically people filter out after tomorrow. So we can arrange your payment then.
Thank you.
In any case, can I get you anything else on the food front?
I think that's quite alright.
Alright, well enjoy your stay here in Willowvale, and
thank you.
Should you need anything else, myself or one of the barmaids will be around to assist you.
Lovely, thank you.
Of course. He kind of goes back to like shuffling drinks around. Mm-hmm. In the meantime, more cheers and the like.
Can I find like a corner of the bar, roughly like maybe it could be within 10 feet of him, Phaeolith?
Sure.
But kind of like tucked away. I don't know if he's like in the center, if he's kind of off to the side somewhere.
He's on like one kind of side of the building where like the band is. There's a middle area. It's kind of like a few wooden steps down where there's like tables set up. Yeah. And then the border around has the bar at one end, the bards, and then the entrance. Yeah. So you could go like a corner kind of by the entrance. Yeah. There's a lot of people around, but
can I keep my hood up?
Yeah.
And is he just kind of mingling and...
Yes, he's got lots of companions around.
I'll just say, Igmarel, can you put your hood up for just a few minutes, maybe?
Yes.
I'm going to, as an action, drop all of her prestidigitations.
Okay.
And then I would like to do 3 sensory effects that come out of Phaeolith.
Okay.
Small puff of wind.
Yeah.
A little... And then it says an odd odor. Yeah. I would like a noxious odor.
A noxious odor.
Yeah.
Make me just like a spellcasting check, so like a charisma check, basically. Maybe a general like effectiveness of these 3.
27.
27.
I added my spell.
Yes.
Attack bonus.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, as he sort of like gives like a nice little bow to the band with all the crowd behind him. He's kind of like, as there's like a, and like you watch as like one of the fans, like his hair gets ruffled by it, and there's like a pause. Like you're able to get the slight delay before the scent kind of sets in, and it's kind of like no one says anything initially, but then there's this kind of like groan that passes over the crowd.
Can I use that to... Oh, it's thaumaturgy that you can kind of throw your voice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I can't do that then. Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. He kind of like looks up, turns, and he'll have to make a check to see if he recovers from this. I'll roll in the open too. 14. With some modifiers. So he like has that happen, and like the whole crowd kind of like goes a little quiet. Kind of like looks around like, well, I hope you don't think that was me. There's some fey tricksters around, it seems. And he's like, yeah, sure. And he's sort of like, come now. Everyone knows if I were to do something like that, my, well, it wouldn't produce an odor like that. I subsist entirely off of elven bread and butterflies, so...
Gay!
Does Brae say that? As he sort of tries to brush it off, some of the crowd is kind of like laughing along, but other one's like, "Oh, buddy." As he very quickly throws some more gold down
Mm-hmm.
to the band and then to the table, and he's sort of I'm going to retire to the bar now. Enjoy the music.
As he's walking away,
Yeah.
can I it's an action, so every 6 seconds,
yeah,
kind of in rhythm with a step or two, just
Okay. Yeah,
maybe 2 or 3 times.
yeah, I'll honor the previous roll as well. As it just kind of you get a little waft in the kilt or something that. It's some people are eyeing it and kind of covering their noses and kind of turning away.
Nice.
Lots of murmuring.
Mm-hmm.
One of the band members cannot contain himself at this. He's trying to sing, but he keeps he has to cover his mouth and chuckle.
Nice.
Whereas the rest of them are kind of we gotta play through it, and he's he's so stupid. But they slowly but surely think kind of
I think this is my favorite use of prestidigitation to date.
Yeah, slowly but surely composure regains as the band kind of launches into another number. As Igmarel sort of... Is that... That was very shameful of him.
Can you believe it?
Yes.
I can smell it all the way over here.
Ugh. She kind of covers...
Is he's at the bar?
Yes.
I'll quickly prestidigitation Igmarel again.
Yep.
I'll down my drink and take the one that I got for Ornessa.
Yes.
And take a sip and make my way over to the bar.
Sure. Yeah, are you taking a seat next to him there? Or?
Yeah.
Sure. Barkeep kind of is whispering something to him.
Can I try and hear what they say?
He says? Make a perception check.
Oh, come on. Ooh, that's a 17.
17. You're just sort of leaning in hey, you don't let this get to you, okay? I know you've got talent in you, and even if it was a prank, even if it wasn't a prank, your dignity will survive this. I'm sure with the drinks you've bought them, it'll just be a hazy memory in the morning. And he kind of puts a fresh drink down for him and walks off back. So it's just you approaching.
Oh, I smelt it from my seat in the corner, and I'll put my drink down and sit down next to him.
He turns. He'll register, and his eyes kind of narrow. I see the game you're playing.
Game? What game is this?
You think this is some jest, some fey prank to throw out this competition for...
I'll gesture to my features. Do I look fey?
No. You look like someone who thinks they can be a contender.
You look like someone who's had a little work done.
Sort of I've had a lot of work done. It's a career looking this beautiful.
Is this the D&D influencer?
Hard to say. But I don't intend to lose, least of all to someone who resorts to tricks as
I don't.
dirty
Are you
as yours.
accusing me of something?
Sort of leans in. I think we both know what happens up there.
I think you're just full of beans. That's what I think.
Oh, well, I won't tell you what I think you're full of, but...
Please do.
Sort of looks around a little bit. He's unlike you, I care about my image. I won't sully myself being around someone like yourself. Do you have an apology to give me, or is this just going to be the way it is with you?
I don't think any apology is warranted, considering I didn't do anything.
As well, if you really can't see the error in your ways, I'm not one to chase you over it. I'm going to be the bigger person and leave you to your drink.
I'll take as I take a sip, yeah, you are the bigger person. Take a sip.
Sort of well, I'm not even going to unpack that one. But I'm going to retire, and I trust that whatever trickery you may or may not have brought with you will remain in this room and not on the day of the event.
I wouldn't dream of it, considering I didn't do anything.
Kind of again, if you say so. You should know, though, that I do have many powerful friends, and if you slight me like this,
You have many powerful friends, do you?
I definitely do. You probably don't even know them. They're so powerful.
Wow. You know what that sounds like?
What?
Someone with an inferiority complex. Or not inferiority. Stupid complex.
He goes, like, bright red at that and says, you just hold your tongue.
I'll, like, stick my tongue out and grab it.
He, like, stands up suddenly and, like, turns to, like, storm off. Like, you're...
I can't believe you would say that to a lady! And I'll say it just at a little bit of an elevated... tone.
The band is still playing, but, like, the one, like, singer is kind of, like, looking over at this and, like, watching him leave. Because he's like, is he gonna do it again? But a few of the crowd members are kind of, like, turning, like, what's going on over there? There's some sort of, like, kerfuffle. As he sort of, like, turns and he... chin held high, chest puffed, will kind of just, like, walk up the steps to the second floor. Mm-hmm. One of the kind of crowd members like, what did he say?
He said that I smelled like a pig.
Is that a little, like, gasp? Like, oh my goodness, do you?
We'll take a whiff. And I will prestidigitation a little...
A perfume scent?
Yeah, like, very, very floral and lovely.
One of the commoners kind of like, I've never smelled a pig like that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he's just an awful person.
One of them sort of like,
I don't even want to repeat what else he said.
One of them's like, well, maybe it's like a fey pig that she smells like? Well, I don't know.
I don't think a pig of any sort would be a compliment.
No, probably not.
See him wooing all of you up, buying drinks. I was just trying to be nice, and he just... Oh, how dare he? And I'll, like, feign a tear.
Make a performance or a deception check.
Oh, they're the same. Crit.
One of them
30. I am on fire tonight.
There is, like, immediately, like, a handkerchief being presented to you. This commoner. She's just sort of like, oh, there. At least you don't have to compete against him.
Oh, I will be.
What?
I hope. And I'll hand it back.
You are competing.
Why? I don't know yet. I'm hoping to. I just arrived today.
Oh,
I was just trying to meet some of the competition. Sorry, I'll need that back.
Use it back. She's like, oh my goodness. Well, I'm so sorry.
I traveled all day to get here, and I thought I would be nice and try and meet some of the competition, but he was just so awful.
Oh yes, the competition. It's quite brutal when they're all looking to win. You just make sure you stay clear of the others, especially that Glimmer.
Glimmer? She seemed quite lovely.
Oh, you've met her?
I went and said hello when I got here.
Oh, well, rumor has it she's not above unsavory deeds to get what she wants. She's lost quite a few years in a row now, and people are starting to talk.
Oh.
Or that she might be cursed, or that she might be trying to curse others.
What has she done to warrant such accusations?
Well,
if they say things about her, she seems so lovely. What are they saying about this doorknob?
Oh, well, she's just lost a lot, really. And especially with how serious everyone gets about winning, it's not that crazy to think that she might resort to unsavory means of competing. As for Phaelet, well, no, he's usually quite lovely. This is, well, it's a bit strange to have him acting this way.
I thought he would be lovely after he was buying you all drinks. I just thought I would come and introduce myself.
Oh yes, no, he's a professional enchanter. He very lovely. Wherever he goes, there are songs sung. He's something of an adventurer, I think. But well, I'm sorry that you have to compete against him. I hope he doesn't slight you.
Well, I think he already has. Well, thank you for your kindness.
Oh, yes.
If I see you at the competition, it was lovely to meet you. My name is Brae.
Ah. My name is... It's Alessandra.
What a beautiful name.
Oh, thank you.
Well, have a lovely night, Alessandra. I'm gonna finish my ale and head. Hopefully my room is ready.
Yes. In any case, she kind of like folds her like kind of handkerchief up and kind of like takes it away. Did you take Igmarel with you? Or
No, she's at the table.
She's sort of like just kind of scanning.
Yeah.
Anytime someone's like walking up towards you, if you look at her, she's like eyes on them, and like always like looking back at the door.
I'll make my way back to her.
She's sort of just like sitting down there. She has not touched her drink. Sort of, how did that go?
I think it was quite all right.
I see. If he is intimidating you, you let me know. We can.
Oh, I think he's a bit of a. I don't really care to put it nicely. He is a doorknob.
I see.
I think we'll have fun with him.
Are you planning to compete against him?
Well, this is Igmarel, right?
Yes.
Well, if he's competing, then I would be against him.
She kind of like leans in. Is he going to be competing?
We'll see what tomorrow brings.
I see. There is time to... Well, my method of doing this wouldn't involve a competition, so I leave it to you and your designs. In any case, I'm probably going to retire shortly to my quarters, or our quarters.
Well, I will stay there. I don't sleep. So
yes.
I'll just be hanging out.
I see. Is there a bed for me? Is that what I understand?
There is. It might be a little small, but your feet will probably just hang off the end.
I will curl myself in such a way as to take up less space.
There you go.
As this is happening, a very familiar priestess walks in. Large bag kind of slung over her shoulder. Kind of like jangles as she walks. Sort of like, oh.
Did you buy out the town?
No. But people can be so generous when you like give them a nice smile. And, like,
oh my dear.
She kind of like lowers her voice. I didn't make a mess. Everyone's still alive.
Thank you for listening to my instructions.
Yes, of course.
They're just making up a room for us. We have to share because it's the three of us because there's not much space in the inn. But I think it should be ready shortly.
Oh, cozy. She kind of like looks over at Igmarel. Igmarel like looks over at her. Sort of like, oh, yes, well.
Do you mind checking on Miria?
Oh, yes. She kind of like thinks. Like thinks a little bit more. Kind of like gnaws on her lip a little bit. Kind of like, yeah, she's fine.
But?
No, I'm just bugging her. Kind of like thinks again. It's clear that she's like keeps the conversation going.
Yeah.
She's like, it's weird. She's a different person when she's charmed.
How so?
A lot more talkative.
Ah.
Or like open. She's pretty formal usually.
She is. She's very astute, very on her guard.
Yeah, nothing like that when it's just us. But she's out there. I can keep her awake if we want, but
I can talk to her, can't I?
Yeah. She can
because and I'll telepath chat with, hey Miria, it's Brae. I just remembered if Ornessa can talk to you, so can I.
Oh yes. Is Ornessa? Is she all right?
She seems to be doing great.
Oh yes, we were just talking a moment ago.
I was there.
Oh.
I couldn't hear it.
Okay.
But I could see her thinking real hard, and that usually means she's talking to someone. Yeah. Usually it's me. Or Valencia.
Does she, and Ornessa just kind of butts in, like, no, I don't usually talk to Brae like that. Okay.
Did I hear that?
Yeah, you get a little...
I looked at her. Like, what?
Don't say anything. No, just casual conversation. In any case, there's been nothing afoot.
Glad to hear it.
no tension on the line or anything. I'm just going to make myself a cup of tea, and then I'm going to try and set up some way for myself to go to sleep. Yes, how are things in the town?
They're great. Did you want us to bring you anything back?
Oh, just some nice food, maybe. Something that's not...
That would probably be a good idea.
Yes, something not prepared by Igmarel would be greatly appreciated.
I will bring you a feast when we come back. We'll probably be here for another day or two.
Oh,
I'm sure
okay.
you can... I trust you can find ways to entertain yourself?
Yeah, we can make something work. Ornessa tells me the charm is going to wear off.
She'll be back tomorrow to... Oh, she can't.
Oh?
It's every 24 hours, correct? And they're immune. How long did it take us to get into town?
Not that, maybe like half an hour,
Okay,
hour.
I'll come by tomorrow and try. It's until tomorrow night, so yeah. We'll figure it out tomorrow.
All right. Well, have a lovely evening.
You as well.
Stay safe out there.
Thank you. You as well. Keep my ship spick and span, as I know you do. Work very hard, Miria.
Yeah. Sure do.
Well, in any case, have a good night. Holler if anything happens.
I will think as hard as I can. And with that, Ornessa's sort of like standing up, big bag, kind of like, where's our room?
Give me a moment. I'll go over to the bar, find... Yeah. Is our room ready?
Yes, it should be just up the stairs there. You'll see it on the way up. There's a number on the key.
Yeah, thank you.
As you sort of make your way up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a humble little room. A little lamp has been lit. There's a table, seats, like kind of like creaky wooden chair, but they've put like a cushion on it.
Mm-hmm.
Two beds kind of fit right next to each other. Yeah, little bit of Tetris going on.
Nice.
But in general, it's cozy.
Mm-hmm.
Enough room to if you needed to meditate between the two beds, you could probably make that work. As Ornessa sort of the bag down, and she's sort of all right. Well, this isn't the nicest bed ever, but I'm gonna go to bed now.
What did you get?
A dress?
Show us your haul.
No.
Why not?
Because it's a surprise.
I think you should show me.
Sort of switches to telepathy, Brae.
Ornessa.
This is a competition.
But okay, because we only have to sleep for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Technically.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not me, but
yeah.
them. I'm gonna do my coffee lock stuff.
Sure.
But all right, ladies, I need your advice. Glimmer, she's the one who prayed to me, recognized her voice. She said, if I remember correctly, that she knew who she's praying to, but whoever was listening, she would give anything to help her win. She's given so much and spent so long, and she wants some sort of power to help her win, and she'll give us anything we want. I think it's worth a conversation tomorrow, maybe?
Igmarel sort of...
I don't know.
Are you planning on revealing yourself to her?
I don't know.
And
That's the thing.
If you do, you wouldn't really be giving her what she wants.
I know, but what if we tried to maybe... I don't know. If she gives us something when we help her, I don't know. Maybe I could hide and message her, since kind of like telepathy, and say, I've heard your prayer. What will you give me? How can I help? What are we thinking?
Igmarel sort of...
I'm torn. I want to go and I want to win and I want to beat that fail-it scum, but at the same time, it'd be pretty cool to answer a prayer.
Igmarel sort of thinking about it. Well, she can still win and you can still beat fail-it.
That is true.
But Ornessa sort of she's sitting cross-legged on the bed, just kind of leaning in. Sort of, well, I'll be honest. If I participate, it doesn't matter how hard I try to lose, I'm gonna beat her. She does not have it, Brae. Like, I could,
well,
like...
With our help, maybe she can have it.
Sort of like side eyes. Like, Brae, I could go and I could look hideous, but I've got, like, the confidence, and I've got, like...
Is there a way we can boost her confidence? Like, with magic? I don't think I have any spells that boost confidence.
Well, I could try really, really hard to lose, and then maybe we could, like... Well, fail, it's probably pretty easy for us to knock out if we're looking to get rid of him. But
maybe you should try and charm him?
Yeah, I could maybe charm him.
How? I just had a wonderful idea.
Oh?
I know his room is up here somewhere. Could you maybe find him?
Yeah, I could find him.
Give him a little charm.
Uh-huh.
And then he would be under our control for the pageant?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
as long as I don't charm anyone else. Well, more than 3 other people.
I think that would be fine.
Oh, I'll go get him.
Thank you. Just maybe change your form so you don't look like what you're going to look like in the pageant.
Oh, well.
Let's try some. Give me some looks. Give me some elf looks.
She turns into the elf that you had described for her back in Curse of Knackle. The very muscular male elf with the hair tied back. Just kind of like leaning, kind of like, hey. Or did you want something more?
I'm trying to. Yeah.
Kinda
go with that.
Oh.
Sharper chin.
Yeah.
Sharper chin than him. We want like.
Kind of like you can watch it like change kind of a little bit.
And I'll kind of push and pinch her face to be like more like this and like pinch it out and shape it.
It's changing as you're shaping it.
Yeah. To like push where to shape.
Yeah.
And I want this like absolute like
perfect
like what's that, the Da Vinci Code, you know what I mean?
The perfect proportions.
Like the whole body, like
yeah,
immaculate perfect proportions.
Perfect. Still wearing Ornessa's dress because you can't change that. So like I should probably find some other clothes.
I think I have common clothes. I have fine clothes, which would be a dress.
Yeah.
I have leather armor. Would that be like pants?
Yeah.
So can I just give her the pants?
Yeah. Kind of like, look away. Oh. As kind of like, and it puts the little pants on. They're tight because of the
that's the point.
Yeah.
No shirt.
No shirt.
Excellent. Off, my pretty. Let me know how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah. You watch as the one lovingly referred to as Orness.
Orness.
Kind of gone.
Yeah. I want to look in her bag.
I haven't decided what she's gonna wear yet.
Okay.
But whatever it is, it's a very like
fine.
It's a fine in both value and amount of clothing that is being offered. Lots of like little jewelry and the like, little rings and little like hair ornaments,
cutouts and the whatnot.
Yeah. Will we get art for the beauty pageant costumes? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't committed yet. So.
A very ornate necklace that I forgot about. I have a crown.
Well, we'll cover all this on the event itself. But after like, probably doesn't take more than like a minute. Orness kind of back in the bed, sort of like it's done. You can whisper to him if you want.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, of course.
I'm gonna think on what we're to do with Glimmer. We'll meet with the Lord in the morning and see what he has to say.
Yes.
In any case, have a sleep well, my friends. I'll like make myself a like kind of, so there's 2 chairs.
Yeah.
I'll like kind of angle them, face each other as best I can to like sit on one, feet up on the other, kind of just chillaxing.
Sure.
And doing my coffee lock stuff, which I'll do on my thing.
Sure. Ornessa sort of just like sits there for a bit, then kind of like rolls over, goes to sleep. Igmarel will kind of like sit, wrap herself in her wigs, and kind of just like hunched in like a little ball, kind of go to sleep. Sword across like the bed next to her. But her tail kind of like resting on it, so if anyone moves the sword, it'll be like... Nice. But you have your 8 hours of long rest. In the early hours of the morning, 2 hours before the 8 hours are up, both of your companions will awaken.
Good morning.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Oh, yes.
Oh, jeez. Maybe change back?
Oh, okay.
We don't want you to...
Well, I just thought you liked this one more.
Well, I do like this one. Not as much... You're a little too perfect. It's unsettling.
Kind of like back into regular Ornessa, like pink skin. Well, if... You know, the idea is I want to look like whatever you want me to look like.
That's true. Go to your priestess form. It's gorgeous.
Oh, okay. If you say so. Kind of back to the blonde with the pink eyes.
And I'll... She's...
I should put a shirt on.
You should maybe put one of your dresses on?
Yeah. And she kind of like wrestles into her garb.
Nice. May I spend a little extra time making Igmarel's hair look nicer over her horns?
Sure. A little bit. Yeah, make a sleight of hand check again.
With guidance.
Sure.
Ornessa, can you help me?
Yeah. She's gonna help. Yeah, I'll...
How are you at doing hair, Ornessa?
How am I doing my hair?
How are you... No, like, how good are you at doing people's hair?
Oh,
On a sleight of hand.
I've done a lot of people's hair before.
Better than a +1.
Yeah, better than a +1.
Yeah, okay, guidance you, and I'll help you.
Cool. So she rolls with advantage and a d4. That's a 23.
Let me just see. Just for curiosity's sake, 'cause I've been rolling... Yeah, that was a 1 and a 15.
She sort of like does it up and like kind of carefully covers up the horns. Sort of like, all right. And then, did you make contact with Phaelet last night?
A little bit.
Okay, I just like peeked at him a little bit, charmed him, and then that was that.
Lovely. Yeah. I say we have some fun with that later today.
Yeah.
Maybe if you could maybe wake him up if he's still sleeping. Just a little.
Oh yes. Well, he'd be trancing, but.
True.
What should I wake him up? Do you just want me to yell at him?
No. Something. Did he see you?
Very briefly.
Okay. Maybe in your most masculine Ornessa, it was Orton?
Ornest?
Ornest. Maybe in your, like, most Ornest voice, say something like, I don't know, you're creative. Something sultry but also mildly terrifying.
Yeah, give me a sec. I'm like, beep, 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 beep. Okay. He's up.
Perfect.
I don't think he knows that he's charmed.
Lovely.
So he just heard my voice.
Perfect.
Okay.
Shall we get breakfast? I'm not very hungry. Do you want breakfast?
Ornessa's sort of like...
you don't really have breakfast.
Not that kind of breakfast.
Igmarel?
Sort of, I could eat.
Let's go downstairs.
Yep. You leave your head down.
Before we head down, I would like to change into the Ornessa's dress that I have, this pink and green one.
Sure.
So that's like kind of pink. Think of like almost a strapless swimsuit top with a jewel in the middle, and Empire waist down is like a soft green.
Yes.
Little, I think it has a slit in it.
Okay.
Or something. Or if not, canon now has a slit in it.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that's what it looked like. But either way, I'm gonna put that on. Do my hair up finely, makeup, disguise self to get rid of the horns, and maybe put a little makeup on or something. Well, I'm guessing, does Ornessa have any makeup?
Ornessa probably has like a makeup kit. Yeah.
Cool. Can I ask her to help me?
Yeah, she'll help you apply it all.
Apply it better than I could probably myself.
Yeah. She's proficient.
Nice. And then I'll head down.
Sure.
And grab some brekkie with the girls.
Yep.
Or I guess just watch Igmarel eat.
Yeah. Just crowding around Igmarel, she's just kind of like eating.
I'll grab a tea.
Igmarel can pay for her own food, so she'll sort that out. And she'll make sure that the tea gets included and is passed along. She's sort of like, so first order of business is meeting this Fey Lord, and then from there...
We need to go see Miria. And I gotta try and charm her so we can keep talking.
Can you talk to her if you charm her?
Yes. Maybe? Give me 1 second to find it. Oh, I don't think so. But if it's someone that's charmed by me, Ornessa can...
No, it's only if Ornessa charms someone, she can share it with you.
Okay, then. We gotta find some magical items or something that we could use to talk to each other.
Like a sending stone? Or?
Yeah, like a sending stone.
Yes, there were some of those in the Silk Fleet.
Yeah.
I can communicate telepathically myself.
You can?
Up to 120 feet.
She's a little further than that, though.
Just a little bit. In that case... I think... And once it ends, there's a day that Ornessa can't charm for.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to leave it unattended.
No, we don't.
Igmarel sort of... Well... You could leave me there.
That's true, and you could get here pretty fast.
Yes, and anything that gets on dies.
True. Let's do it. But later, when it's about to wear off, we'll send you, and maybe send you... Hey, Miria can hang out with you.
Yes, unless Miria wants...
Unless she wants to come into town, she's more than welcome to do.
I didn't want to say anything. She is... Well, kind of like looks at you and then at Ornessa, the most mortal of us.
True.
So if anyone wants to spend time in a city...
That's true.
I would imagine her.
She can come tonight if she'd wish. Would you bring her down if she wishes to do that? Fly her to the ground?
Course.
Beautiful.
I'd fly her into the city if we wanted, but that might be a little fearsome.
Yeah, just to the ground would be good. She can make her way in. Yes.
She didn't seem the type to want to participate in an event like this, but you never know.
Never know.
In any case...
Shall we head to the tent of the one who sings of love?
He who sings of love?
Yes.
Yes. Kind of like finishes her food and kind of stands.
Would I know that Fey Lords don't share their names?
Yeah, probably. As you're heading out, Ornessa sort of... just to confirm, Brae.
Yes.
Just because I just want to make sure we're on the same page for the kind of fun this is going to be. Fail, it's going to participate, right?
Oh,
we're not just locking him up.
No.
Okay, good.
He's going to make a fool of himself.
Okay, good. Because, like, right now I just have him standing in, like, the corner of his room. But, like, you know, we could leave him there, but I felt like that would be less fun than...
No, I'd like him to participate.
Okay, good.
All right, let's make our way to the tent.
You make your way back through the town square over towards the Morning Tree. Now it's bustling. Like, there's, like, lots of people going up and down. Whole larger tents are set up. At the very top point, kind of just past where the pool was that Glimmer was staying at, there is now a walkway that's been built out. Like a large podium.
Like a large runway.
Yes. That kind of like towers over. Like, in order to like get a good sight on it, you'd probably have to be on one of the trees like branches.
That's cool.
Where you can see there is a little bit of scaffolding set up.
Yeah.
Some like makeshift stairs that lead up. In the morning light, it's a little more clear.
That's pretty cool, hey?
They're sort of like both your companions are kind of looking up like, yeah, it's something. It is interesting what people do when they can't fly. But as you kind of make your way up, the tent has been kind of pulled open. This kind of like light blue tent. People are coming and going. And now you can like see inside a little more clearly. There are like booths set up.
Nice.
And there are people inside kind of like prepping their hair, or like, you can see different like people doing different things. There's one of the sort of curtains is kind of pulled tight and has like an enchanted like a glowing silk knot around it. And it has the name, what's her name?
Not Glimmer.
Oh, Irida of Tyr.
Oh, she's the returning champion.
Yes. Has like a special like knot around her little curtain.
Yeah.
But as you walk in, there is a throne set up. And sitting in it is a hexblood. These are like fey touched. So he's got the sharp ears, a little bit of like, almost like stubble, but like very fine, eggshell blue skin.
Funky.
Very large antlers. Like 3-point kind of like way, yeah, like
Ooh.
right up. He is dressed in kind of like a Victorian kind of blouse, like very frilly, like kind of to the sleeves with the little like.
I'd say powder blue, but probably not because his skin is blue.
No, he'd be like a darker, and then the skin is like the lighter blue. It's more like a dark purple or like a burgundy.
What about like a midnight blue?
Midnight blue, yeah, kind of around there. He's just kind of like sitting there. I'm gonna do 3 quick rolls. Wow. Okay. As he like immediately like scans the 3 of you, kind of like glances over. It's kind of perfect what was rolled here.
Glances over Igmarel.
Glances over Igmarel and Ornessa and like focuses on you. Kind of like leans forward.
I'll like give like my most courtly curtsy that I would have practiced all growing up.
Kind of like looks to you. My goodness.
Hello?
Who are you to grace my court?
Well, my name is Brae.
So
You
like,
must be he who sings of love.
I am, and I am fighting the urge to break out into song.
Well, stop fighting. I would be honored.
Sort of snaps his fingers. I must summon the guards. I need to order that you participate in this event. I will not accept.
Oh, well, that's why I was coming here. I was going to ask for permission to enter for myself and my friend Ornessa here.
He poses the feint. Like, oh, what fate.
Oh, what fate indeed.
Oh, amazing. Yes, servant. You sign these ones up. Bring forms. The 3 of you, or
just the 2 of us.
Okay, yeah. Igmarel sort of like kind of like just arms folded. It's just like telepathically just kind of thank you again.
You're welcome.
And they're like, yeah. So we will. There's kind of like there's work to be done, but
this is not my final form for the competition. Of course.
I have faith in you.
Oh, thank you.
But please, yes, forms and things will be signed.
Lovely.
I cannot wait. Please, there will be booths there unless you have accommodations.
We're at the Cat and Fiddle, but if there's something here we could use to prepare, that would be wonderful.
Yes, the mirrors there will assist you, and it will be glorious now that you are here.
Oh, of course. I'm honored. I'm sorry, I'm not quite familiar with the nomenclature. How I would address you. Your Highness, Sir, my Lord.
Oh, well, I suppose my Lord is typical, but as Lord of the Fae, I have many names and titles, and
of course,
whatever befits you most.
He who sings of love is just quite a mouthful.
It is, isn't it? But I like names that are honest, and
of course,
truly I do sing such songs.
Oh, I hope one day that they would grace my ears.
As you're saying that, I've rolled 2 10s on opinion things. One is him for you, the other is Ornessa for him.
Did you only roll a 10 for him to me?
Yeah, the other ones did not get 10.
Like on a 1D, on a D10.
Yeah.
Whoa, let's go.
Yeah. As
So Ornessa rolled a 10 to him.
Yeah.
I'm curious. That's an 8?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Ornessa just sort of like, Brae.
Is this in person or telepathically?
Telepathically.
Oh, like, look over and look back?
Just like, I know we have like a pattern for like people we bring on our ship, but like I want to bring them on our ship.
We'll see.
Okay.
You can't wink in telepathy, but like, wink.
He's sort of just like sitting there like, well, I'm sure this will be a very entertaining evening.
I sure hope so.
But there is much preparation to be done.
I hope it's full of surprises.
Oh, I'm sure, yes. The competition this year shall be fierce. All such talented people.
Have you met the other competitors?
Oh, yes.
I guess you select everyone.
Yes.
That Phalid is quite rude.
Oh.
He was awful to me at the Cat and Fiddle last night.
Oh, such a gallant little sorcerer.
He just seemed so... He just seemed so lovely to everyone else. I thought, I'll introduce myself to the competition, and he was just awful.
Oh, yes, the competition is very fierce. There's been bloodshed on several occasions.
You don't say.
Yes, they take my favor so seriously.
May I ask, what is the prize for winning such competition?
Oh, it changes every year, but I'm sure to make a show of it when I present it.
Oh, it's a surprise then.
I like to keep things interesting.
May I ask what it's been in years past?
Oh, there was, some magic items a few times. Powerful wands of enchantment. A rod it was used to bend the minds of others to your will.
Oh my!
But other years there have been dresses and crowns. One year there was an enchanted stagecoach.
Interesting.
Yes, every year I bring something different. I have a vast array of treasures.
Oh, I am quite sure of that.
I do like to pick it based on the character of the winner. So if there's something about your performance that I can compliment with a gift, we can see that it happens.
Lovely. Well, that sounds just wonderful. I can't wait to show you what I've got.
Yes. Speaking of which, your companion, who's also participating?
Yes.
I would very much like to see her true form.
Which? Like now?
No, I can see it now.
Oh, can you?
I can.
Interesting. Oh, he has true sight, probably. So you see mine, then?
I can see through certain aspects of it, yes.
I'll drop my disguise self to let the horns and the black fingers.
Yeah. Yes, I think...
Very interesting.
Yes, there's so many different types of people who participate in events like this.
That there is indeed. And
I am entertained by aspects of beauty in all of them. If you'd like to keep your disguise, you may, for public perceptions.
Some people get a little unsettled.
Well, he kind of like points up at his like big antlers.
Yeah.
I think they're charming.
Mine are nowhere near as impressive.
As he kind of like looks over, and yours as well. And Ornessa just like, we're gonna get him on the boat. We're gonna, Brae, we got.
Ornessa, you gotta calm down. We gotta play cool.
Okay.
He's a really powerful guy. We gotta play cool.
Okay.
You gotta play your cards right.
Okay.
You gotta let me win.
You're going to look.
There's
no response. She's kind of like, you see the eyes like switch over to you. Like, Brae, I don't think I'm gonna let you win.
Ornessa, you're gonna let me win.
But I want his favor.
I want his favor.
There's like, for the first time I think ever, you see like a flash of like brief anger in her eyes. Sort of like,
we'll talk later.
Sort of like, oh, well, I'm glad you like like me, and like I'll show my wings and stuff maybe tonight. And he's sort of sitting on the throne, sort of like, I look forward to it. Now, with as much grace as I can muster, please be gone, but be lovely in all that you do. And
naturally.
and I will see the both of you tonight.
I'll disguise self again, and boop. And I'm going to make my way to the tent chamber or whatever.
Up top?
Wherever he said we could go to
like a private.
change and get ready. Yeah.
And you're going to prepare yourself?
What time? It's like morning, right?
Yes.
I'm going to check out the thing and then go into... I'll check out the thing, keep my dress on, and have a chat with Ornessa and Igmarel.
In the little area?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you kind of pull the curtain up.
Yeah.
And then Igmarel's kind of less like cramped in here. But Ornessa like sits like up on like the little desk for the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
She's sort of like, Brae, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
You're getting in my way.
I'm getting in your way.
Yeah.
And what is your way?
She's like, there's plenty of room on that boat for one more person.
There is plenty of room for more people. I don't know if a Fey Lord would come on our boat. Well, would join us in our travels. Daniel, stop. Awful. I'm trying to be mature here. Thank you.
When it's sort of like, well,
maybe he would come and go, but...
Brae's like, well, Brae.
Ornessa?
Ornessa's like, well, look, I know what I'm doing this for, and I don't know how much that satyr's gonna get. Like, what's she gonna do for us?
I don't know. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
I think try and talk to her, maybe? But, like, yeah, you guys prepare. Do what you need to do. I'll be back, and I'm gonna go on my own.
Ornessa, who would have her bag with it, this is what I'm kind of out. Will do her changing and preparing on the ethereal plane.
Oh, Ornessa.
Yes.
Okay. I was thinking Igmarel, and I was like, what?
Igmarel's like, should I accompany you?
No, that's fine. You can explore. Do as you please.
Yes. And stands and heads out.
Yeah. And I want to go to... I would like to make myself invisible.
Okay. Casting invisibility?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to make my way up to Glimmer's tent.
Yeah.
Is she there?
Yes.
I want to kind of hide behind a tree or something. And cast...
She's sort of like sitting by like the little pond, like playing on a pan flute.
Yeah. And I'll message her. My child, I have heard your prayers.
Kind of like starts just like looking around, kind of confused, like, who said that?
That's not important. What's important is I have heard you. You say you'll give anything to win.
You really did hear me.
I really did hear you.
Yes.
You would give anything. You've spent so much, spent so long, and you want power to win.
Are you... What devilry is this? Are you a fiend?
I am nothing of the sort.
Some lady of the Fae, then?
You could...
Listen, if you are a fiend...
I am no fiend. I will say that. Neither am I Fae.
Fiends
nor
can
am I
lie.
Fae.
If you think yourself nefarious, know that I am honest. You name your price, I'll pay it.
You name what you're willing to give.
My life.
Wow.
If it's servitude or bloodshed, I wish to win.
You really want this, hey?
Desperately.
Like this time right now?
this time right now. Yes, that's why I'm praying.
I'll have to think on it. Give me some time. You'll have your answer.
What kind of fae needs to think? Please,
I need to see if you're worth my power.
I hope that you will consider me worthy. She's still looking around. Whoever you are. Are you breaking off, or are you?
Call me Felmvar.
You're an angel.
Of sorts. Oh, she speaks Celestial.
She understands the word, for sure.
Fair.
But as you are kind of sharing this, maneuverings are happening. Is there anything else you'd like to do before we end the session?
I'll go and pick up my circlet.
Yes. You get the circlet. It's got these you wanted the tier kind of like rain pattern on it, but with the glowing white. It's kind of star. Yeah. Besides that, there's also the necklace here. 35 gold.
How about a deal for that necklace? It's for a very dear... Oh, I'll drop invisibility and put this guy's self back on. It's for a very dear friend.
I don't usually barter. 35 gold is what's... there's a little price tag. What's on here? What are you trying to offer? A trade? If you have something of equal value, I'd be willing to...
I would like to use... I'll give him a little sparkle in the eye. And make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. It's gonna fail.
Nice. Well, I was hoping that for such an important time like this, I'd be able to get a little favor from some of the townsfolk.
Is this a suggestion?
No, he's charmed.
Oh, okay.
He's fiendishly charmed.
Yes.
Brae doesn't have suggestion. That's another character in a different land.
Yes.
That is so fun to play. She would thrive here.
Probably. He just sort of a favor. Of course, for you. And he kind of slides the sapphires over.
Are you sure?
Please. I would weep if I could not do this favor for you.
Oh, you are so sweet.
Was there anything else?
No, this will be all. And I'll grab the necklace.
Sure.
Thank you. And I'll take my stuff and I'll leave.
Yeah. Can I head out?
Yeah. I'm not going to drop the charm.
Fair. Which remains up for a day, I think?
24 hours.
24 hours. Yeah. Basically the same as Ornessa's. I think just without the telepathy.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be gone by then.
Yeah. So, as you head on out, preparations are in full swing here.
I'll find... No, I'll pocket the necklace for now.
Sure.
I do want to find some sort of almost skin adhesive, something maybe honey or something.
Okay.
Not glue.
Yeah.
But something that would wash off.
Sure.
But would also stay on.
Yeah.
Some sort of tacky.
Yeah, I would say you could get honey for fairly cheap.
Yeah, I'll find some. Oh, go away. I'll find some honey.
Yeah, we'll say 5 silver.
Okay, I'll give him 5 silver.
Yeah.
I'll give him a gold, and then how many silver do I get back?
5.
5. Okay. Cool. And I'll go back and start my preparations for.
Okay.
Which we can detail.
Next time.
Next time.
Awesome. Well, that'll be where we end the session for tonight. It's
Beautiful.
a longer Brae session.
I love it. I'm so happy. I'm so ready for next session.
Yes, but when we resume, the cutthroat world of beauty pageants will commence. Anyway, thanks for listening.
Thanks, listener.